good, chilly November Friday evening, everyone in Blazer Nation. Ryan Ragland with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Ian Jones alongside, helping out with the camera. Dustin Duckmark down on the sideline. Will the Thrill McIntyre downstairs with the stats. It is week 2 of the Kansas State playoffs. Remember, the road to Emporia comes through Gardner. Blazers come in with a nice, perfect record of 9-0. Shawnee, Michigan Northwest comes in. I should know this, and I didn't put it down there. I'm sorry. See, I just screwed up the whole build-up. 5-4. I didn't want to shortchange them. The Cougars of Shawnee, Michigan Northwest comes in at 5-4 as we are starting the look around the Sunflower League, brought to you by Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. And Will, are you down there?
How you doing, Doc?
What's up, buddy?
Old Duck's down there.
Will.
Duck.
Will.
Where's Will? Where's Will?
Oh,
I know.
William.
Oh, Will doesn't have his head on. So
there he is.
Will's on there, but see, now she's on the phone. We were going to surprise her. You see, we have a surprise for Dawn's downstairs, and now she's on the phone, and we have to put the best part of Blazers on the broadcast for one of the longtime sponsors of the BBN that supplies the pregame meals for us, which, have we ever had a bad meal from Blazers?
No.
I mean, come on, really?
Just the one we don't get.
We haven't got one we don't get yet. So real quick, yeah. Yeah.
Will.
Hold on.
Easy, Doug.
Hi, Dawn. You got to talk into the microphone, dear. Hi, Dawn. Look at.
Hi, honey.
There you go.
You're so darn cute.
You know that you and Wally are like, well, I mean, you and Wally are some of our favorites, but you kind of top him by at least 50.1%. So,
Oh, well, I should.
you know, but yeah, I had to get you on.
I
And
love you, Ryan.
I love you too, Don.
And we
You're
love
awesome.
your face, Ryan.
Well,
Oh, my.
That's not many that do that. So you guys are a minority. Now, I've actually had someone ask me how this came about, because we always do the Hi Don, Hi Ryan thing. And now, do you remember how it started?
Yes, you walked into Wally's.
Uh-huh.
It was Wally's.
Uh-huh.
And we would make a joke because I would always get you first.
Well,
Always.
but the way it started was you said hi to someone.
I did.
And I walked in and you didn't say hi. And I went, wait a minute, I don't get a hi. So you sat there and went, hi, Ryan. So then from there on, it was a race on who saw each other first to say hi. So I got you on this one.
You did get me on this.
And
one.
how
You
many
got
times? And how many times have you guys sent stuff over, and all of a sudden on top of on the container it says hi, Ryan, just on
A
the
lot.
inside? Oh my guys, like.
And hearts.
And hearts and the cookies
Kisses.
and then the brownie. You know, you keep that up, Wally's going to start getting a little bit jealous.
He'd probably give me away.
No. I mean, we wonder about Wally sometimes, but he's not that crazy. But I had to get you on. I had to
We
get to
love
Hi
you,
Don,
Ryan.
and I had to tell you guys a huge thanks from Duck, from Ian, from Will. Jarrett's not here, Jordan's not here, but we literally, I will starve myself all day Friday, because I know I'm getting some Blazers for the pregame meal, and it's fantastic every time.
Hey, Don, there's only one reason why I'm still doing this, and that's the pregame meal.
And-
No, I think it's because you guys all make such a great team is what I think's going on.
Oh, shucks.
Well, you
All
know,
of you guys.
well now we're just kicking at the dirt and
Oh,
Bashful and everything.
shucks.
But I had to get you on there, Don, and now you are an official member of the BBN anytime you want. Anytime you want. Now she looks up through the little hole and sees me down there. But once again, I had to get you on there, Don. I personally, through all of us on the team, I had to get you on here and tell you thank you, and a huge thanks for everything you do for us.
Well, but Ryan, here's for something for you.
Uh-oh.
How awesome is it that you have put this Blazer Broadcast Network together? And so for all the people that can't maybe make it out, look what you've did.
It's not just me.
I know, but you were the brains behind all this.
It's
right?
Will and Duck and Ian and yeah, I thank you. And I couldn't do it without everyone helping out. So it all comes tenfold all the way around, and
We think you You guys are pretty
That's
awesome.
why Blazer Nation and the BBN is nothing but a big family. That's the way I look at it.
It sure is.
So thanks again
All right,
for
honey.
you and Wally and everything you guys do.
Have a great night, Ryan. You're
All right, you
more than
too.
welcome. We love feeding you guys. Okay, bye-bye.
All right, thanks. Had to get. Is she not the best, Duck?
Dude, she's awesome.
Is she not the?
She always
absolute-
has been.
Oh my God! Okay, what did Wally do to get her?
I don't know.
I mean-
I love Wally to death, but I don't know.
If you're talking about a dude that's outkicked his coverage, that defines it. I love Wally too, but man, I mean, I thought I've outkicked my coverage once, but jeez.
I would say, dude, it's the looks, but that ain't it.
We're gonna stop there.
I love that family though. They have been taking care of us for a long time, and they're a staple in this community, and so it's just great to have this working relationship with them. And thanks again, Wally.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy. Anyway, now we're back to the deal at hand. I don't even know what we've got for food, and I'm going to be devouring that during the pregame comments, but we'll get to that later. Right now, it is.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. We can get you turned up just a little bit there. There we go.
Willard.
What's up, Doc?
It's a look around the Seven Flyer League brought to you by Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed here in Gardner and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware over there at 151st and Merlin. Was it 159th and Merlin over there in Olathe? And taking a look at the scores first from the let's see. All I have. Well, the only ones I really need to know are the ones that were winning. In fact, I think I have them on this back sheet. Yeah, I do, and I'll bring it anyway. Around the state of Kansas in the eastern side real quick, we'll go through the standings. Blazers, obviously, 55-27 wins over Blue Valley Northwest. It was number 8 seed Shawnee Mission Northwest winning over Shawnee Mission North 35-28, and that was a close game that didn't get decided till the very end. That's who we have here. And then on the other side, it's Shawnee Mission South taking on Blue Valley North. Blue Valley North large over Kansas City Wyandotte 68-12. And it was Shawnee Mission South 40-21 over Olathe Northwest. And then after that, it was Shawnee Mission East 45-0 over Kansas City Harmon. The lone up, I think at least in name, it's an upset. Shawnee Mission or Olathe East 31-21 over Blue Valley, and Blue Valley fell, or I should say Olathe East went out to a 10-0 lead in the first quarter, and then they exchanged points for the rest of the game, so that big first quarter loomed large for the Hawks. It was Olathe North over Shawnee Mission West 56-14, and then Olathe South taking on Blue Valley or West, and they defeated the Jaguars 54-41. And that leads us to our brackets right now as Gardner taking on Shawnee Mission Northwest, 9-0 and 5-4. That's a 1-8 matchup. Blazers with a 49-27 win over the Cougars in Week 7. Shawnee Mission South Shawnee Mission South taking on Blue Valley North. That's a 4-5 seed, 7-2 against 6-3. On the other side of the eastern side of the bracket, Shawnee Mission East taking on Olathe East, 7-2 and 5-4, and this is their first meeting. They did not play in the regular season. And Olathe North taking on Olathe South. That is a 3-6 matchup, and Olathe North defeated the Falcons 35-14 in Week 5. So that's the eastern side of the state. Taking a look at the western side of the state real quick. We'll just go through the winners real quick. Derby large over Lawrence. Dodge City defeated Junction City. In a close matchup, come from behind, Topeka defeated Hutch. Topeka rural over Garden City. It was Lawrence Free State over Wichita North. Campus big over Wichita South. Manhattan a huge over Wichita Southeast, and it was Wichita West shutting out Wichita East. So you have Derby against Dodge City, Topeka against Topeka rural, Lawrence Free State taking on Campus, and Manhattan taking on Wichita West. So that is your lineup for the eastern and the western side of the state, and we will have scores coming in as they become available. And Ian, you've kind of been through all this. You didn't get to see the Olathe East game.
No, the North.
But
Mission North.
the Shawnee Mission Northwest game. But we've seen a pattern. It's like the Blazers come out with an idea of what they're going to do, And the coaching staff is so good at making the adjustments. The players are so good at listening to the coaches, understanding what they need, and going out in the field and executing it and making it happen. The communication between the players and the coaches to the coaches, back to the players right now has been exactly what you need, and they don't panic. You don't see the frustration out on the field. Right. You don't see it on the sideline. These guys are really coming together, and they're really starting to understand what they have ahead of them and what they can actually get accomplished this year.
Right, and that's the key to this 9-0 season so far, is that what you say, communication's key. It's the main link. And that's the product you're seeing out on the field, is from good communication and the players buying into this.
Right, and the thing that I'm liking, that I'm seeing out of this also, is these guys are. It's not just one person. I mean, yeah, we've had a couple repeat, players of the game and stuff, but it hasn't been just one sole person that's taken over. It may be one day, it may be, Eubank with the interception against Shawnee Mission East that solidified the win in week 1. Last week we had Robertson with all the blitzes, and he just lived in the backfield of the offensive side of the ball. We've seen Pritchett come up with some huge hits. We've seen, Jennings come up with large games. We've seen, Tevin McKelvey come up. It works all the way around. It's not just one person on one side or another person on the other side.
Yeah, it's kind of like how the Chiefs are operating. They have so many weapons, and I mean, it's hard as an opposing team to hone in on one person when that one person the team can afford that one person to have a bad game, but you have 4 other guys around them who take the heat and get it done.
Right. And also, Duck, you've seen it. Will, you've seen it. If you paid attention to the Blazer Broadcast Network earlier today, it's coming, it's happening, we had 328 viewers last week, Duck. Can you believe we had 328, and he's not even paying attention. He's got a headset down, so we ain't going to talk to him. 328. So turn the camera around to me. Turn the camera over here. Got to get me on here. Let's get on here. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because now the man needs to come over here, and you see this right up here, folks? That's the Blazer Blue. That's what we did, because you guys stepped up. 328 viewers. The man said, get over here. The man said he was going to color his hair blue, Blazer Blue, for the remainder of the year of the playoff season. The man did it. April did a great job at Design Company. Now that's a nice shade of blue. Yeah. Get up there a little bit closer. Get up a little bit. Look at that. That's nice. Nice all blue and everything. Turned out now you were apprehensive.
Yeah.
But hey, it was really not that big of a deal.
No. I mean, I've had a lot of people comment like, "What the heck were you thinking when you made that bet?"
It really wasn't a bet. It was, it's things that we do to get it going, and we have fun with it. And this is kind of a little rally deal, showing support for, the Blazers and getting them going. And I made a mention we need to get you to stand beside one of the players and see how close the blue was to uniform, but we didn't get a chance to do that. But we'll get that later.
My high school assistant principal told me today that he had 4 streams going at once just so we could hit the 300.
No, yeah. That's awesome. Hey, Will, can you hear me, Will? Will, are you there? Because I'm smelling some stuff down there, Will.
I am here.
I'm seriously smelling some good stuff illuminating.
We've had this before.
Ooh.
Is it Smokey Joe?
No, but I think it's the Lynx.
It's the sausage.
Yes.
With the grilled onions.
Real quick. As everyone knows, first we did the 200 viewers for the Olathe East game.
No, Shawnee Mission North.
Was it North? That was East. Well, anyway, I think it was North. Will, you have some fantastic news about Melinda, which was one of the reasons why I colored my hair pink, and we had the 200 viewers, and that is
She got her test.
Go ahead. Try it again, Will.
She got her test results from the ONCA test. If people understand what breast cancer is, it's
right.
Check.
Put the receiver back on top a little bit. See if that helps any.
It's a test to see what the tissue is that they removed, and they said it was low grade, so she doesn't have to go through radiation or chemo.
Nice. That's exactly the word you always want to hear. If you can eliminate those two, that works out pretty well. So everything's good with Melinda, and I think you said she doesn't have another test for a little bit, didn't you say?
Do what?
She doesn't have another test for a month or so?
She goes in a month and has the implants put in and the other surgery I talked to you about.
Oh, okay. That's just that's what you want to hear. That's good stuff. So I wanted to get you on there so you can talk about that, and that's good to hear about Melinda. So
oh, don't worry about me then.
Well, hey now. I was.
Oh yeah, Will. Oh yeah.
We weren't. I wasn't gonna say anything because I was gonna wait until you wanted to, but okay. Let me translate this way. If you're gonna drop that, 1 down, 1 to go. How's that, Will?
Yeah.
Does that work out well?
So I went in for, I'll just say it, a colonoscopy on October 10th, which was fine. They said I'll have to go back for 10 years for another one. But at the same time, they found a spot on my prostate. And I went into a urologist, and she said definitely there's something there. And today I went in for my contrast MRI, so I won't get the results back till next week.
But they didn't seem too pressed about it, correct?
So. I mean,
they wanted to get it done just in case.
Right. And they want to check the MRI to see if there's anything surrounding or what's going on, and then they'll go in and do the biopsy.
Right. Well, like I said, 1 down, 1 to go. So we'll keep that all updated and keep the good thoughts going and everything, and we'll kind of go from there. Your thoughts, Will? You saw the Shawnee Mission Northwest game, and you kind of, saw the same thing that I did. Being there,
if they can control their mistakes that they made during that game,
right?
The personal fouls and stuff because they were throwing players around.
It did start getting chippy toward the back end of that. So
no, it was at the beginning.
Yeah, it was at the beginning.
Was it at the beginning?
Yeah, when we were throwing their players down out of bounds and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I remember who that was. Okay, we won't. I'm not going to drop the name but I remember who it was.
But if we can control that, this is going to be a cakewalk.
Ooh. Cakewalk. You know what? I'm not going to say cakewalk. I'm going to say this is one of those games that if the Blazers play to their ability, if they do that, they will come out with a win. But this is a game you cannot lax on and you cannot be too careful on because they will come up and they will bite you.
But most of their scoring was because of our mistakes.
It was, but they capitalized on them, and that's what makes a big deal on it.
So if we play a perfect game like you were talking about, or a good game, then we won't have that.
The one thing that I brought up, you take a look at the passing stats for Black. Black comes up 18 out of 32. No, this ain't the right one. Yeah, it's not the right one. Oh, I know what I did. I grabbed 9 instead of 7. Taking a look at week 7, a quarterback, Black, he ends up going, where'd the sheet go? 31 for 52, 347 yards and 4 touchdowns. Now, with that in mind, that's a week after the Olathe. I think that's 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
No, I think that was a week after the Olathe East game. Was it 2?
Yeah, it was 2. Because Shawnee Mission North was after Olathe
3,
East.
4. Olathe East was week 4. So, yeah, that was 3 weeks before. 5, 6, 7. 3 weeks after basically the defensive backs kind of got exposed a little bit on what was going on. But at the same time, and you'll hear me talk with Coach Cornelson about this, this is a different team. This is a team that, you know, they're better. Shawnee Mission Northwest is better. They're feeling a little momentum. We're feeling a little momentum. You know, you've got to stay control of the game. You can't, as Will said, we can't make the mistakes of having the personal fouls and giving them 30, 45, 60 yards, you know, in a game.
Yeah, and it's one of those you gotta. It's win or go home at this point, obviously.
Yeah.
So no matter what, you just gotta keep your head down, ignore what they're trying to say to you. If they're trying to talk smack, ignore it. Keep your head down and do business.
Yeah, just keep taking care of everything. Let's see. Speak of Fallen Wolf says greetings from the student section. Steve McAfee, we shooting for 350 tonight. Hey, I'll take 350. 400's good with me. I'll take either one, but let's go 350. We hit 328. Let's do the 350. You already have 55 right now, so that's a good round number for me. So we are going to go ahead and take a break just a little bit early.
Ryan.
Yes?
This is delicious.
Dude, I'm heading down there right now. I'm getting ready to hit the button, and I'm on my way down because these guys are already smacking away at Wally's. And, yeah, I got to take care of that. We're going to take a break. We're going to have the McCarthy Outer Group pregame show coming up next. We'll have the comments with Coach Cornelson. And then when we come back, we'll have the announcements of the starting lineups, and we'll have the kickoff. It's the Blazers and the Cougars of Shawnee Mission Northwest, a 1-8 matchup here at the Class 6A State Tournament, week number 2. We're going to take a timeout and be back in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations. Visit kccars.com for over 3,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. Our inventory covers most every make and model and prices to fit every budget. The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers. Regardless if you need help with a desktop, laptop, network equipment, or peripherals and accessories, American Computers can get the job done. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight Road in Gardner.
Blazer's Restaurant, serving Gardner's best burgers made fresh every day since 1976. Blazer's Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, proudly serving Blazer fans in Gardner and surrounding areas. Call Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning at 638-1647.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
When you're Kansas City born and raised, you know just how much meat matters. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers. They're hard at work every day in every store, so you never have to settle for something prepackaged out of state. They're so sure you'll love their KC Pride beef, they even back it with a 200% guarantee. Stop by Price Chopper tonight, where they cut meat, never corners. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Talking with Coach Cornelson on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. Blazers coming off a state tournament week 1 win over Blue Valley Northwest 55-27, and kind of seemed to be a repeat that we've seen before. A little bit of a slow start. You guys are tied at 7 at the end of the first quarter, and then you make the adjustments, come up with 28 points in the second half, and it just kind of led on from there.
Yeah, I thought our kids did a good job of not panicking and sticking with the plan and finding, making some adjustments on the side, and they were playing hard. That's probably the hardest we've ever played, and finally we started executing at that game speed, and things went well.
Kind of saw another good quarterback out of the EKL, this time out of the EKL. We've seen a couple of them in the Sunflower League, but it looks like the defensive backs really played a lot better than what we've seen in the past against the pass.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job. They played pretty tight coverage, and we did a good job getting to the quarterback and pressuring him. And they got a few big passes on us, but other than that, I thought we did a nice job of covering the receivers. Talking to Darren Robinson after the game, and he kind of had a little bit of fun on the amount of blitzes, and he pretty well came on. They really didn't protect him very well, and he kind of planted himself in the quarterback area. Yeah, he did a nice job, and the entire D-line, I'm not sure they were ready for that kind of blitz, and so we started bringing it quite a bit, and they were struggling to pick it up, so we stuck with it, and they did a nice job getting to the quarterback, or at least rushing him if they didn't get to him. Kind of leads to my next question. When you really haven't seen a whole lot of blitzes, you really haven't had to pull the blitz out that often. A lot of changes coming up, especially when you come up to the tournament time. There's always a few things that you kind of hold off a little bit and don't show your cards until you get into the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we are what we are, and we pretty much do what we do and try to have a good game plan. And blitzing's part of what we do, and playing man coverage is a big part. So, we won't do anything new tonight other than maybe a few little wrinkles here and there. But the reality is, we are what we are, and we're going to just go try to play harder than they play, and hopefully that is enough to get a win. We'll talk with more with the coach right after this.
Hey, Blazers fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Planet Sub, where you can see every Blazer Broadcast Network video broadcast on their big screen while you enjoy a great sandwich. Planet Sub at 921 East Lincoln Lane.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
American Computers. There's a reason why American Computers is the official computer store of the Blazer Broadcast Network. It just takes a single visit to find out why. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
To sell meat in the barbecue capital of America, you've got to be on your game. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers in all their stores. And they back their KC Pride beef with a 200% guarantee. If you're not fully satisfied, they'll give you a replacement and your money back. So when you want the tastiest, juiciest steak in town, look no further than your Price Chopper meat department. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare young people in Kansas for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back with Coach Corey Nelson on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. Blazers getting set to take on a familiar foe in the Cougars of Shawnee Mission Northwest that they defeated in Week 7, 49-27. And this was kind of the same game. A little bit of a slow start, had to make some of the adjustments. Guys came up strong in the second and third quarter, but at the same time, they're going to be a little bit of a different team, a little bit better. You guys are a little bit different team and a little bit better.
Yeah, they've really done well the last couple of weeks, and on film they've really improved and kind of changed a little bit of some of the stuff they were doing in the past game. It's a scary team to play twice just because they do throw it every down. Now they kind of see what you do and where you're going to be, so you got to make a few adjustments there and hopefully give them something they haven't seen, on film each play. And again, it's a really scary football team. They play hard defensively. Coach Black always has them playing extremely tough, so it's going to be, it's going to have to be our best game, but it should be. You're in the playoffs, second round. You should have to play your best, and so tonight's going to be a great game.
When you take a look at film from a team that you've played previously in the same year, do you try to put yourself in Coach Black's position, say, okay, if I'm coaching this team, what do I see possibly being tweaked to make a change, and then you try to make an adjustment from that if that happens?
Yeah, I mean, you go back on the first film and kind of see what worked and didn't work and what they're going to see it works and make sure you've got some adjustments off of it. But, again, it's nowadays you see every game, so they've seen our every film, and we've seen every game they've played. So there's really no secrets at this point. We kind of, both teams are who they are, and we just got to execute and play harder than they play.
Obviously, playing at home and seeing the crowd the way they reacted week one, you can only imagine week two and the playoffs are going to be even bigger.
Yeah, I hope so. I think our kids are working really hard to put out a good product for our community and for our school, so hopefully people come out and support them.
Well, good luck tonight. Let's go get another win and get into week three.
Thank you.
Stick around. Coming up next, the starting lineup and the kickoff right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations.
Visit kccars.com for over 2,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. We've got most every make and model and prices to fit every budget.
The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip, 620-1253.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. No need to drive all over the place for the best tools. Ace is the place and the new home for Craftsman tools. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Amazing barbecue. The Kansas City Strip. If there's one thing this town knows, it's meat. That's why Price Chopper Butchers take the time to cut meat fresh in-store daily. None of that prepackaged stuff shipped from out of state. It's also why Price Chopper backs all their KC Pride beef with a 200% guarantee. If you don't love it, you'll get a replacement and your money back. No questions asked. Price Chopper. Kansas City born and raised.
Who do I perform for? I perform for all the awesome composers whose music deserves to be heard.
I perform for all the stagehands who make sure I never miss a cue.
I perform for our high school choir director who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
I perform for Mrs. Evans, my high school debate coach, who has helped me become more confident than I ever dreamed possible.
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the high school in your community.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
And good evening and welcome back to Gardner Edgerton High School, Week 2 of Class 6A State Tournament. Ryan Ragland with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Jordan McIntyre handling the graphics. Ian Jones with the camera. Dustin Duckmar down the sideline. And Will the Thrill McIntyre down below handling the stats. HD broadcast brought to you by Cape's Whole Home Heating and Cooling, and postseason tournament broadcast action brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group. That's why you see their name there up top. They are huge sponsors between Cape's Whole Home Heating and Cooling, McCarthy Auto Group, all the other sponsors, Blazers, oh Lord, everyone. I've got so many of them in my head I can't even mention them. And we are here for the Blazers and the Cougars of Shawnee Mission Northwest, as the Blazers 9-0 get set to take on the Cougars of Shawnee Mission Northwest 5-4. It's a 1-8 matchup after the Blazers come up with a nice 35, or check that, they come up with a 55-27 win over Blue Valley Northwest, and Shawnee Mission Northwest defeats Shawnee Mission North by a score of 35-28. As you can hear, they've just got done with the school alma mater. Ducks down the sideline. He's going to keep his mic open, and we are going to have the playing of the national anthem.
If you are able, please rise, remove your hats, place your hand over your hearts, and join us in honoring our country as the Trailblazer Band performs our national anthem.
And the national anthem by the Gardner Edgerton Trailblazer Marching Band as they position themselves for the Blazers to come out of the tunnel, as you can see right there. Real quick, Duck, crowd looking. I know you just cut it off. I'm telling you, unmute yourself. Crowd's not bad. It's picking up.
They're filing in. You know, I see not as much smoke going on in the parking lot, so it looks like we've wrapped up our tailgate parties. And
well, and it's got darker quicker.
True, and no, we're filling in nice, filling in pretty good. So we'll have a packed house by kickoff.
I'll tell you what, the response. It's amazing what happens when you win, but I don't know if the BBN's been any more popular on a raving basis as it is right now, and that just goes to Coach Cornelson and his team being 9-0 and being one of the top teams in Class 6A.
Well, and it helps to have the season that we're having too, and you know, it's like Don said, you know, we've been able to reach a lot of people that can't make it to the games, and word of mouth spreads, man. And so I was just talking to Belcher, one of our fine Gardner police officers here in town, and he tells me that every week he can't be here, man. He's got us tuned in, so.
You got to do what you got to do, and there are the boys, the 9-0 Blazers, getting set to take on the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars. The Blazers, the #1 seed, still, they win tonight, right back here. They win next week, right back here. That's the #1 seed, and the way it goes. This is a game with the adjustments of adding Tevin McKelvey in the back. You know, they've actually taken Jennings and put him in the linebacker spots. And it's not necessarily, and Ian Jones is beside me, and he can kind of attest to this. It's not necessarily putting the best player in the best spots. But I'll tell you what you're doing is you're giving some key guys in key situations just that one breather, that one-play breather, or a two-play breather where it can make a world of difference later on down the game when you need a play made. It could be the guy coming in and he's fresh and he knows, what's going on. Or it could be, the guy that's taking a break. Now he's not as gassed as he might have been, even though we're working in week 10 of football and conditioning and everything. I don't care who you are. If you're playing tough, you're going to get a gas a little bit.
Yeah, and especially with the temperature dropping, that doesn't help into conditioning at all. I mean, you play tough in cold weather, you're going to be out of breath quick.
We're going to take a look at the starting lineups on the defensive side for the Blazers. And it's going to be at a corner. It's going to be number 1, Tevin McKelvey, Drew Cassidy on the backfield. Devontae Pritchard at linebacker. Davian Johnson, he's going to be playing defensive back. Ethan Reynolds coming in as a sophomore, playing huge time as a defensive back. Your linebackers, Corbin Moore, Jonah May, and Darren Robinson. On the line, you're going to have Atticus Ramsey, Peyton Vance, and Gage Goley. And I'll tell you what, Peyton Vance and Gage Goley, along with Ethan Ramsey, those guys are really, even though you're running a 3-4 and you drop some of your linebackers once in a while, those front three have, and even last week sending Robinson on some of them blitzes, they've been dangerous.
Yeah, they've been dangerous, and they helped open up those holes for Robertson to get in there and get his hands on the quarterback.
Marshall, Robinson, Gully, and Jennings, your team captains for the Blazers. Ducks down there with the coin flip.
All right, good job, guys. Hey, congratulations getting here. All right, good luck to both teams tonight. Any questions you have during the game, come to us, all right? If we have a problem with you or your teammates or something, we're going to come to you, ask us to help us out, all right? All right. It was your choice. You lost the toss, right? You won and wanted to defer. All right, blue won and will defer. You want the ball, right? You wanted to defend that goal, right? Kick that way. All right, turn with your back that way. Blue, turn with your back to that goal. Receiving at this end. All right, back in here real quick, guys. Got about 2 minutes left on the clock, all right? Shake hands, have a great game, good luck.
All right, there you go. Duck on the spot. As the Blazers won the coin flip, they have deferred and received the ball in the second half. And Shawnee Mission Northwest has elected to defend the south goal. Last time these two teams met, it was a 49-27 win for the Blazers. And bringing out the scoring for the last game, they were tied at 7 at the end of the first quarter. It was 21-13 at the half. Blazers went ahead and scored 14 points in the third quarter, shutting out Northwest in the third. And then they were outscored 15-16 in the fourth. But the Blazers came up, or I said 47, excuse me, it's 41. Yeah, 41-28, so I was even going the wrong score. No, 49-27. I'm not sure why it shows what it shows, but it is. So anyway, 49-27 was the score the last time these two teams met in Week 7 at Shawnee Mission North. Totally different ball game. Week 2 of Class 6A state tournament. We're here at Gardner. Blazers undefeated 9-0. The Cougars at 5-4. It's a 1-8 matchup. In about 2.5 hours, we're going to find out who's going to be moving on to take on the winner between Blue Valley North and Shawnee Mission South. First business to take care of here, as Caleb Calvin is going to be kicking the ball off to start the game, or check that. That's going to be Jake McClure, as he's going to be putting the ball up high and short toward the south. Picked up at the 30-yard line and brought down hard very quickly, and that's going to be Marshall Mason. And that's where the Blazers are going to get the ball, or excuse me, the Cougars are going to get the ball at 1st and 10. My pin left me.
31 Mason.
Where'd my pin go? My pin left me.
Special teams for the Blazers.
That's all it's left you?
My pin left me.
You sure that's all it's left you?
Well, no, that's among other things, but hey, I'll get it. I'll get it here later. So back at quarterback is going to be Black, and Duck, I'm going to need your help with the numbers, and you know why. Low snap fumble. Black gets on it at the 25-yard line. So right there, that's not necessarily what you want for the first play of the game. I had a nice, pretty blue pin.
Is it not in your pockets?
Not in my pocket. Yep, sure is. Oops.
Called it.
Called it. Nailed it. Hey, that happens. And now we're going to have a false start. So Northwest got the ball at the 33-yard line, low snap, backs it up 6 yards, or now they're going to call encroachment on the Blazers. So they're going to give 5 back, so it's going to be 1st and 11, or excuse me, 2nd and 11. And I want to say a huge hello to everyone at Planet Sub watching the game on YouTube. We're going to be hitting Planet Sub after the game for a post-game meal. Back to pass, getting pressure, brought down past the 20, brought down at the 17-yard line. Marshall Mason, or check that. That's not Marshall Mason. I thought it was 31. That's actually Atticus Ramsey, the junior, coming in on the blitz, sideswiped his defender, and it's going to make it 3rd and 21. And I'll guarantee you this is not how Coach Black had it planned out to start the game for the Blazers.
Not at all.
For Cougars.
Not at all.
And yes, I have you turned up, Duck.
All right, good. 50. All right. Oh, hey, there I am. How are you guys?
Hey, how you guys doing? Got a false start, so back it up, make it 3rd and 26 now.
3rd and a country mile.
They're going.
You turned me down, so I was trying to help the side official here with false start.
Oh, my. You got a Snickers bar with him? With you? Because you may need it if he gets a little grumpy.
We chit-chatted during the coin toss. I think we're on the same page.
Okay, that's good. So 3 wide up top, 2 on the short side. Black looking back this side. Pass going to be complete. Brought down at the 35-yard line. He's going to be about 8 yards short. But that's just how quick. And I didn't see who the pass was completed to.
Number 5, Ty Lindeman.
But the thing with that, all he did was just brought a little short slant route off the seam.
And that's what's been the Blazers' killer this year, is most teams been running that quick slant route and getting 8-9 yards a catch on that.
Well, and the thing about that is Lindeman, kept the defender on his back. I heard someone disagree with that.
Oh,
who disagreed with that?
That's our boys on the sideline.
Oh, on the sideline. Okay. I totally disagree with that. So now they got the 5 yards back, so now it's going to be 4th and 3.
You just had your first BBN moment. Congratulations.
Where are you at? I didn't see where you're at. Where are you at now?
By the 25.
Oh, you're down here. Okay. That was beautiful. That might be the line of the day right there already. We're not even 5 minutes into the game. So they've got trips up top. Back with empty backfield, slant, pass completed across the 50-yard line, brought down to 45 of the Blazers.
How was that not an
pass
illegal
completed
pick?
for Tally.
They're running that.
Well, they ran the slot straight up and ran Tally on a little slant underneath it. So 1st and 10 after having 3rd and 30, was it 3rd and 36? Or what, 2nd and 36, 3rd and 36?
3rd and 31, I thought.
Yeah, 3rd and 36, yeah. on the jet to the near side, getting around the corner, ran out of bounds. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 29-yard line. On the carry is Duke Hinkey, I believe. Number 3, looks like number 3. You can barely see the numbers outside of the outline, so it makes it kind of difficult up here.
Yeah.
Clock at 9:07.
And their TV numbers are orange.
Yeah, I no sense. Black looking to the far side, getting pressure. That's got to be a hole. Now they got the flag on. I was wondering how long it was going to take, as I believe that was Ramsey on the pressure, and he basically got tackled. So that's going to back it up 5 yards. Finally got my printer figured out at home, so now I actually can read the season totals. That's always helpful.
Right. 10-yard penalty, 10-yard.
That doesn't make life very easy for you, that's for sure.
No.
As I said, Black had 357 yards passing the last time these two teams met in week 7. Back to pass, a little hook pattern to the outside, breaks one tackle.
That's a block.
Robinson with the tackle about the 36-yard line.
I tell you what, they're doing what we thought what Blue Valley Northwest was going to do to us last week, and they're just shotgun formation, quick slant, quick hooks.
Well, and it's obvious that Black will not be able to hold the ball for any longer than about 2 seconds, or he's going to get a lot of pressure, a lot of company in the backfield. Clock running at 8:25. Looking near side, going down long. It's going. Oh, I thought it was going to be overthrown, and it's going to be a touchdown, Cougars. 36-yard touchdown pass.
That was to number 3, Duke Hinkey, a 5'9", 145-pound sophomore.
I actually thought Black overthrew Hinkey. No, he didn't. And it almost looked like the defender, who was Ethan Reynolds, the sophomore, it almost looked like he might have given up on it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
I'm not sure, because maybe he thought the same thing, and that was pretty close. As Johnson almost with the blocked field goal, but it's a 7-0 lead for Shawnee Mission Northwest. We're going to take a timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
The sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
The Design Company Salon. New owners and the same great service, but with a new look. Go check them out, 136 East Main in Gardner.
Blazer's Restaurant. Not just serving burgers, they now have barbecue, soft serve, and hand-dipped ice cream with 8 different flavors and combinations. Blazer's Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Check out their paint department, including their paint tinter and Clarkson Kensington Paint and Primer in one. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from Cherry Berry.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
36-yard touchdown pass from Black to Hinkey. Give Shawnee Mission Northwest a 7-0 lead with 8:13 to go in the first quarter. Make sure you hit the share button, the like button. Make sure you like the Blazer Broadcast Network Facebook page. You get all the updates on what's going on, next broadcast and everything else as we delve into basketball here in a few weeks. Cassida with the return and fumbles it. And looks like Northwest might have had an easy recovery, and they're going to get it at the 10-yard line. As Cassida lowered his shoulder and just got it popped out of his arms. And this is the one thing you can't do to the opposing team, is give them opportunity to think they have a chance to win the game. You do that, and that's going to get you in trouble.
Especially on your own 10 or 15-yard line. On special teams, which was a problem beginning of the season. We haven't seen much of those problems since probably the Lawrence game.
So 8:07 to go in the first. Ball on the 15-yard line. Time for the defense to stand up. As we mentioned last week, Olathe East scored 10 points on Blue Valley, and that ended up being the deciding factor. You cannot do that. McKelvey, all he did was hit the defender. He needs to wrap it up and tackle him.
And the ref got tackled on that.
And the ref got tackled, but I'm telling you, I love Tevin McKelvey to death, a great kid. You can't hit. You got to wrap up, and you got to tackle him. You got to bring him down, because right now he ended up getting some yardage out of that play. So make it 2nd and 5 from the 10-yard line. Clock running at 7:35. But as I was saying, Olathe East scored 10 points against Blue Valley last week, and that ended up being the deciding factor in the game. Quick slant to the outside, overthrows the intended receiver as Ethan Reynolds almost, if he'd have seen that, he might have been able to get a pick 6 out of that. So make it 3rd and 5. Clock stopped at 7:23. Bringing trips to the large side. Black looking over the coaching staff, getting the play.
They're running the 4 Michigan State cheerleader or something else.
Pump fake, and Peyton Vance with the sack at the 20-yard line. And what did I tell you? The front line of the Cougars are having a hard time with that defensive front for the Blazers. If Black holds that ball any longer than about 2 seconds, he's getting company back there. And Peyton Vance, being the nose guard, he had to have blown up the center.
And I tell you what, I love his reaction afterward. Yeah, I mean, he just gets there, sacks the quarterback, gets up, stares at the sideline, pumps the chest. Let's go.
Let's do it again. So 4th and 13, 6:50 to go. Cougars going for it, maybe trying to draw him off sides to get a few yards back. They've got a kicker that can kick it this far. And they're going to call a timeout. And this would be, 18, 25, 35-yard field goal attempt if they try to kick it from here. As Coach Black calls a timeout. I want to remind everyone we're going to hit Planet Sub, and hello to everyone watching us there at Planet Sub on YouTube. We're going to hit Planet Sub after the broadcast. Duck's in, Will's in, Ian's in. I know Jordan's in. Jordan's always in for Planet Sub. You're in for Planet Sub? Yeah, he's in for Planet Sub. So huge thanks for them for their sponsorship. Also, gargantuan thanks for the delivery service by Dawn over at Blazers. The smoked sausage links on the hoagie bun with the onions and the cheese, absolutely fantastic. And the beans. And my mouth is already watering again. I got some more here. I can't eat it right now. All right, so 4th and 13, 6:37 to go. See what they come up with. Going for a corner route, and it's going to be caught and out of bounds.
Broke up.
Defensive stance by the Blazers, actually huge, and they actually gained a few yards out of that, so they will get the ball on their 18-yard line.
So, in the end, we didn't lose anything.
Didn't lose anything, and that's what your defense is for. You want to take a guess on how many people we have watching right now?
289.
254. Still good.
And Ian?
What?
You look good, brother.
He looks good in blue. Steve Plank's in. Crazy Castman's in. Steve Myers in from Edmond, Oklahoma. Jim Grinnell. Let's see, who all else is in? Janet Jackson watching from my grandson's Atticus Ramsey here in Parsons, Kansas. Janet Jackson. There goes Tevin McKelvey. Almost had one tackle to break. He's going to have a first down. That's Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. So Janet Jackson is watching her grandson. And it's good. You know what? And Julie Martin, she says hi. She's pretty cool. I have to ask.
She's
I have a question. I wonder if Janet Jackson has ever gotten any grief or gotten that line asked to her, is it Miss Jackson if I'm nasty?
Oh, my. I'm sight, Miss Jackson. I am for real.
Don't ever do that again.
Yeah. Hand off to Jennings, cuts it inside, lowers his shoulder, gets just short of the 40-yard line, down to the 30. I'll tell you what, that linebacker is lucky he was there when he was, because there was nothing but a big hole for Jennings.
Hey, I'm supposed to let you know that, hey,
yeah,
Bouchard is watching the live broadcast too.
Who is?
Connor Bouchard.
Connor Bouchard, the Blazer alum, Mr. Bouchard.
My buddy. Hey, I taught him the game of basketball. He's that good because of me.
Oh, you taught him. I'll have to
Yes.
ask him about that later.
Yes.
So 2nd and 4, handoff to Hunsberger, and he's going to be just short of the 41, so make it 3rd and a long 2. Oh, they're going to mark him. Yep, they're going to mark him at the 40, so make it 2nd and 3.
On the tackle.
Oh, 3rd and 3. Excuse me, I thought it was 2nd and 3. I looked at the wrong one. Don't mind me. So Getzman checking in. He will probably end up playing the wideout spot. Clock running at 4:50. I look for a chance to draw him off sides possibly. Hand off to Hunsberger. Gets the push. He's got a first down at the 49, up to the 50-yard line. And that's what the Blazers do. They move the chains and move the ball.
And run down that clock.
And tick, 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 tick. The only thing is you don't want to do that when you're behind.
Right.
Late in the game.
Exactly.
Clock running at 4:35. First and 10 for the Blazers, coming out in their standard set.
Got to get this off.
McKelvey with the keeper, tries to get around the outside, nothing there. And I'll tell you what, nice job. I didn't get the number. 29, Ethan Beaumont, he got a hold of McKelvey's ankle, and he was not going to let go until some of his friends arrived at the scene. 4 minutes on the clock and running. 2nd and 10.
You know, these jerseys aren't easy to read down here either.
Try it up here.
Man.
If there's a glare, it's a lot easier. If there's not, it's like, forget it. Jennings off, cuts it back inside. He's going to have a first down.
Come on, kid.
He's dragging his man 15 yards down to the 30-yard line. Luke Jennings.
Attaboy, Luke.
Right down at the 32-yard line.
Says, come on, boys, down here. We got a first down. So make it 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Luke Jennings just drugged the defender with him. And if the defender would not have held on, Jennings probably would have been gone.
He gone.
He gone. You know who came up with that call?
Who's that?
I'll get to here in a second. The guy from the White Sox used to do play-by-play for him. Hunsberger spins around, breaks a couple tackles, gets up to the 30. Hawk Harrelson.
Okay, good. Because the only thing I was coming up with was
and the first
AJ Przumski.
The first time I heard that was when they were playing Kansas City, and I can't remember who was stealing. Salvi comes up out of his crouch. The ball didn't even get past the pitcher, and Hawk goes, he gone. And I mean, Salvi just placed it right on the money. Clock running at 2:40. Ball on the 30-yard line. 2nd and 8. Fake the handoff to the left side. McKelvey cuts it back inside. Leans up ahead just short of the 25. Make it 3rd and about 4.
It's going to be a long 4.
Yeah.
Almost 5.
I'd say this is 4-down territory for the Blazers right now.
From the Cougar 26.
Clock running at 2:10. Standard set. Yep, they're going to try to draw him off sides. Cornelson's going to come over and he's going to call timeout.
Timeout, Trailblazers.
Clock at 1:50. We'll take a timeout too. 7-0 to score. Shawnee Mission Northwest with the lead. We'll take a timeout. Be back in a second on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers, your one-stop shop for all of your computer needs. Stop in and see what all they have in stock. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware.
Planet Sub. Don't forget, when you need your event catered, call Deanna at 605-1068. Planet Sub at 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. Contact Sean for any home indoor air quality products that you might need or be interested in. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, 638-1647.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
3rd and 4 for the Blazers. Clock at 1:50 here in the first quarter. We'll get to a few more comments here on YouTube. Make sure you drop a comment. Just say hi. We'd love to hear from you. Hand off to Jennings, cuts it inside, lowers his shoulder, gets up to the 25, but not much there. That's going to make it 4th and about a long 2. Make it 4th and 3.
Ryan, I don't think we moved.
Now they got it up to 30. Real quick, I posed a question to Janet Jackson. She said yes, that was said to me often, Janet Jackson, if you're nasty. My friend Bev was notorious for saying that, so I kind of figured that was coming in. So 4th and 3, clock at 1:18. I don't think they're going to try to draw them off. I think they're going to go for it. Hand off to Hunsberger, breaks a couple, Tevin McKelvey kept it.
We're up here.
And he's going to have a first down. You can hear Duck trying to help him, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the right, a little bit more, a little bit more. And that had me faked out too. I thought
there's a flag.
What's a late flag?
Illegal shift on the Blazer offense. 5 yards, replay the down.
So they're going to back it up from the 35. I didn't even see the flag anywhere.
Well, we had both 2 men in the backfield moving at the same time.
Oh, did we? Yeah, that'll do it. So it's going to back it up, make it 4th and 8.
4th and 8.
As Tyler Getzman comes in at quarterback, they're going to send McKelvey up high for receiver. Cassidy Jennings down low. Marshall and Hunsberger back to block for Getzman. Jennings went on first sound, and Coach Cordelson's looking right at him.
Start on the offense, 5 yards.
And that's kind of a tough deal, Jennings, going from the defensive side, being the wideout. And the rule of thumb for wideout, you don't even move till the ball's moved. You don't even listen to him. So that's going to back it up 5 yards. So make it 4th and 13. They've got 3rd and 13, but it's actually, there they go. So clock under a minute, 20 seconds on the play clock. Same setup as last time. Getzman looking near side. He's going downfield. And he was throwing it out as Jennings was cutting in on his receiver.
Takes over on offense.
So the illegal motion proves to be costly for the Blazers. As Northwest will get the ball on their 35-yard line.
And this is what we were talking about. You clean up those mistakes. And 2 straight offensive penalties. I mean, it's not looking great right now. It's not a great start.
Hey, by the way, we have a new subscriber, Duck. I think you know this guy.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
Some John Yockey guy.
I know
Yockey.
What's up, buddy?
So 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Black looking. He's getting pressure. Dodges a couple Blazers. Dodges Robinson. We got a fumble. On the first play, the Blazers get the ball back after a turnover on downs, and it's still looming large. The pressure on Black is going to be a problem for Northwest. So 25 seconds left in the first. As the Blazers will get the ball back on Northwest 28-yard line.
Shawnee Mission Northwest 28-yard line.
And that's just what the Blazers needed right there. Just, you hope to end this quarter on a high note. And you get 7 points here. you have the momentum going in.
Hunsberger up the left side, breaks a couple tackles across the 20-yard line. He's going to have a first down. Now they're going to say a fumble, and I don't see any motion anywhere. They're going to say he's down. The refs are not even motioning.
This is where the video board would come in.
Well, here's the problem. I don't see how they can say that it was a fumble, because none of them knew what happened, and they're looking around going, what are you talking about? No one's blowing the ball dead. No one's signaling a fumble or a change of direction.
Yeah, he's down.
All right. And I'm not saying that the fumble didn't occur.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is
Coach Black is livid right now.
And I can understand, but my only point is none of them saw it, and it might have been in the crowd. There's no way they could overturn unless they were sure.
Exactly. Like I said, it's high school. You don't have the video.
And during a timeout, Duck can get with the sideline ref and ask him what their discussion was on that.
Was it?
So 18.5 seconds left. Go ahead and ask him during the timeout, Duck. We got 8.5 seconds left. Blazers 1st and 10 from the 18. Turn your mic back on, Duck. Love the crowd noise.
Today.
See, you're good for a couple things. McKelvey with a blocker, have him left side. He's going to be gone. Touchdown, Blazers. 18-yard touchdown run by McKelvey.
And that's the note you want to end on for this quarter.
Now, how big is that illegal procedure?
They threw a flag.
Penalty on the play.
Probably. It's the no fun league.
Well, it's high school. They're coming over talking to Coach Corey Nelson, I guess.
The no fun Sunflower League.
And Duck will get more information on that as he does. So it's going to be assessed on the kickoff. Coach Corey Nelson is not going to be too thrilled with that. As we get set for the extra point.
It's a playoff
by Caleb
game.
Calvin.
It's a playoff game. They're high school kids. Why are we?
Well, you've got to take care of business.
Yeah.
It's been the same rule for 9 other weeks. Nothing's changed. You got to watch what you do. That's just how it is. Hey, you want to turn that mic back on there, Doc? There. Yeah. Hey, you're the crowd noise guy. Okay.
I know it.
I mean, I've got the other one up here. I guess I could turn it up.
No. You're good. Now, I talked to the official. I just didn't want it.
Oh, I know. What are we waiting on? Just getting clarification, I'm sure. You know what? That gives me time to delve one more bite into this stupendous.
We're getting moved back. I'm going to guess too many men? I don't know.
Unless Cord Nelson had his option. Saying wind the clock, I guess?
This is confusing.
So a 35-yard extra point, NFL's 33. Kick is up.
Boom.
And good.
35-yard PAT.
35-yard PAT.
Good after the whole
ties the score up at 7.
Ball game.
We'll take a timeout and be back with a kickoff after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, where customer service and industry knowledge collide. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, 638-1647.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. Let Jeff get that showroom shine your car used to have with the best rates anywhere. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
As I look down at YouTube, you guys are awesome. Duck, you want to get the number I got?
Let's go 315.
351.
Oh, oops.
Nice. That's so good.
Julie's got 354.
354, nice. Let's see. LPS Sunshine Studios, I wish I could come. Watching from the Bahamas, Connie Mayberry. Oh,
Ryan. So I talked to our side official here, and the rule on the fumble was, yes, we had a knee down before the fumble.
Okay.
And then the unsportsmanlike conduct was our line decided it'd be cool to talk a little bit.
You probably won't want to do that. Oh, high bounce! Blazers might be able to come up with it. Still loose out of bounds, and it's going to go to Northwest. That could have been dangerous. That was the perfect bounce. Taking a look at some of the other messages. Let's see. Susan Baker cheering on Taylor Nephew Warner and the team from Baldwin. Landon Kane says, that's my freshman, Jackie. Prank City watching from, I'm not even going to say where that's from. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. We'll just leave that one alone. So 5.2 seconds left to go in the first. Black getting pressure. Tries to throw it out of bounds, only 1 foot. I thought there was only 1 foot down. They're going to say it was a catch, but that's fine because it's a loss of yardage. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Score tied at 7. Be back with the second quarter after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Paint, animal food, plants and gardening, tools, electrical supplies, plumbing. Why not Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed? Go tell Rex and the gang hi. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight and Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
Blazers Restaurant. Don and Wally have been proud supporters of Blazer Athletics for 15 years, so it only makes sense they own Blazers. Stop in and tell them thanks for their support. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 103,000 here in Kansas. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline, skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, here we go. Start of the second quarter. Score tied at 7. Round 2 of this Class 6A state tournament. Brian Ragland with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth, alongside Jordan McIntyre and Ian Jones. Pass downfield complete and cut down inside the 40-yard line, or outside the 40 at the 41 of the Blazers.
First down for the Cougar offense. Now inside Trailblazer territory at the 41.
Want to remind everyone, postseason tournament action brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group. HD broadcast brought to you by Capes Whole Homes Heating and Cooling with tech support by American Computers. First and 10 from the 41. Oh! Black back to pass. McKelvey with the miss on the tackle, and he is going to be gone for 41 yards.
Touchdown Cougars. Black to Carter, 41 yards.
That's number 16, score. Peyton Carter, 6'3", 185-pound senior.
So 41-yard touchdown pass.
And that's not the start you want to get off to on defense whatsoever.
No, it's not. That doesn't work out well. That's why we said you got to take care of the game tonight. Black's already proven he can pass the ball. Extra point coming up, and coming up close again is Johnson.
PAT is good.
Do you have the stats for the first quarter, Will?
Not yet.
Not yet. He's getting them counted, so we'll get those here in a second. Want to remind everyone we are headed to Planet Sub for post-game meal. And I want to say hi to everyone watching us on YouTube over at Planet Sub. Great people with Dan and Crystal Wade. And Deanna Burrows is here in the house. So huge thanks to them. Also huge thanks to April over at Design Company with Ian's nice blazer blue hair. That turned out good, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's actually part of you. You're kind of getting used to it a little bit? Kind of? You may have to keep it for a little bit.
Hey, if we get to 1,000 viewers, I'll grow my hair out.
Hey, you know what? I'd like to see that. You got it, people. 1,000. All we need is 1,000. Duck's going to let the hair grow out. And how long has it been since you've done that?
It's been a while.
Yeah. What time is it?
Exactly.
All right, 11:41 on the clock, left in the half. As Cass's going to take it at the 4-yard line, gets it back to the near side, across the 25. He's got a seam. Knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. That was a good legal hit. Just a nice shove. Clock stopped at 11:34. Blazers will have the ball. And they're going to spot it at the 35-yard line. As we get set for the Blazers' first play of the second quarter. Jennings cuts it back inside, breaks a couple tackles, spins around up to the 45-yard line. And it's going to be close. They're going to say first down.
Yeah, Luke, you got it.
In case you didn't know, now you do.
Yeah, Luke was looking around for the change. Did I get it? Did I get it? Yeah, you got it, kid.
Clock stopped at 11:27 as they move the chains. See if we can take a look at.
Do you remember the old Maytag commercials? The guy with the mustache and overalls?
Yeah.
White hat.
White hat. McKelvey tries to cut it back. Not much there. Take a look at some of the scores. Miege leading Pittsburgh 14-6.
Relax.
Blue Valley North leading Shawnee Mission South 7-0. Basler Linwood over Fort Scott 7-0. Free State leading Campus 9-0. Shawnee Mission East 6-0 over East. 14-0 Olathe North over Olathe South. No score between West and Schlegel. Let's see. Some other ones of interest, not really. Hunsberger breaks it to the outside across the 50 to the 40. He's down at the 39-yard line, but not before the Blazers get a first down.
Ooh, nice missed face mask there, sir.
You ready, Ryan?
I'm ready. Give it to me, son.
Hello.
I'm landing. Go ahead.
GE, 11 rushes for 84 yards, 0 passing yards, 4 first downs, 20 yards and penalties, 4-11 time of possession. And I'll tell Northwest as soon as this plays
20
over.
yards, penalties. That's looming large already. Not much there at the 40-yard line. Jennings loses a couple yards. Go ahead, Will.
6 rushes for 20 yards, 6 of 7 passing for 82 yards for 102 total. 2 first downs, 10 yards in penalties, and 7:49 time of possession.
How many yards passing?
82.
82, that's about what I was thinking. Some of the other messages, let's see. Martha Davis watching from Houston. Tevin McKelvey's grandmother. Tony Payton, keep it up, guys. It's fun to watch good things happen to good kids. We're proud of you.
Tony Payton, what's up, buddy?
Let's see, KC Fanatic 08 watching in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh, nice
Trying to get around the corner. Hunsberger dashes one man, gets to the side. Up to the 40, checked at the 35-yard line. Rodney Kuntz watching some Blazer football. Thumbs up YT, go Cougars. I appreciate the Blazer broadcast. Has this game for both teams and fans. That's why we do it. So good deal there. Clock at 9:22 stopped. Blazers down 14-7. McKelvey with a big blue seed, lowers down, tried to break the couple tackles, get up to about the 32 almost. And that's going to make it 4th and about 5. Now, is this the time you try to draw the offsides again?
Yeah.
Are we in agreement? Do a hard count?
Yeah, do a hard count. Then if it doesn't work, call a timeout.
Well, I would definitely go with a hard count because their defensive line's pretty much got the cadence down.
I'd say, are they digging in?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, there they went. Not going to get them twice. Said run it. Yeah, Cougars Nelson said, okay. Kind of hard to get them to jump off twice when they go back for it. Clock stopped at 8:38. A couple of other scores. Let's see. DeSoto leading Shawnee Heights 14-7. Mill Valley leading St. James Academy 7-0. Tonganoxie and Paola tied at 7. St. Thomas Aquinas leading Topeka Seaman 14-0.
Wait, Tonganoxie and Paola are tied?
Paola and Tonganoxie tied at 7.
That's kind of surprising.
Now it's 13-7. Tonganoxie leading Paola.
But for the people out there looking at this score, they're going to say it's surprising.
Yeah. Well, it's. I'll tell you what. I told you this game kind of worried me because Black throwing for 350 yards, and the defensive back on the passing has been suspect all year. You get a good quarterback, he can torch it up. McKelvey back to pass, looking for Gage. Goalie pass complete. He's going to be in for a touchdown. Blazers for 33 yards.
And just as we said, this game's worrying us. Get a touchdown.
At 8:31, Tevin McKelvey actually bumped into Hunsberger. Gage goalie just kept running that seam route, and McKelvey turned around and just put it right over the defender. Caught goalie at the 5, and goalie dragged him into the end zone for the score.
It's a beautiful lob pass by McKelvey right there, just right on the money.
Extra point coming up is good by Calvin. 14-14's the score.
31 seconds remaining in the first half.
14-14's the score with 8:31 to go in the first. Our next broadcast possibly would be right here. Would be against the winner between Blue Valley North and Shawnee Mission South, with North. Where did I see that? Blue Valley North leading 14-0 over Shawnee Mission South. In fact, let's see.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Olathe West takes an 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. AT good. Olathe West 7, Stegall 8.
Wow, that's first year of school. They were 2 and 6 in the regular season. Then they come up with a win, their first game in postseason play. And see if we come up with any other scores here real quick. Checking to see.
Olathe North 17, Olathe South 0.
Yeah. Checking the Twitter feed.
I am, sir.
Mr. Twitter dude. High short kick. Taken at the 22-yard line. And out of bounds. Wow, I thought he spun him out of bounds. Maybe not.
Hey, if you guys haven't seen them yet, these are pretty sweet looking. So we've got brand new hoodies down here. You guys got to get one. Sunflower League champions, Blazers, 2018, undefeated season, 8-0.
I have seen those.
List every team we play. The score, man, these are looking. Get you one.
Kind of brings back memories a little bit, doesn't it?
It does bring back some memories.
Some pretty good memories. Let's see, take a look at some of the other scores real quick, even on the eastern side. I'll tell you a game that I'd like to watch, Salina Central and Bishop Carroll that tied at 14. And we're going to have a play blown dead, illegal motion. Back it up 5 yards.
Ball start. On the offense, 5 yards, replay the down.
This could be a big stand, and I'll tell you what, how big, and I guarantee Ian knows which direction I'm going with this. Blazers can hold here, get the ball back, and if they can score to close out the half, they could actually put a 14-point deficit real quickly on Olathe East if they can come up with a score to finish the half and then score to start the third quarter.
Yeah.
Shawnee Mission.
Yeah,
Shawnee Mission, I'm sorry. Going deep.
That's a push-off.
Pass is going to be complete at the 34-yard line, and Ethan Reynolds right with him looked back but couldn't quite get his arm up. I'll tell you, he had good coverage on it. Nice placement by Black. Stops the clock at 8:15. And I do believe Ty Black said, oh, you're already talking about a 14-point deficit?
Yeah.
Here, hold my drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, hey, Mitch, if you could stop bringing up stats like that, that'd be great.
Hey, Kansas City did it not too long ago. I'm just saying the possibilities how big this play is.
No way.
And that's going to be out of bounds.
He's out.
Are you kidding me? Okay, is high school 1 or 2 feet?
It doesn't matter. He didn't have any feet. His feet weren't in.
I was going to say, you're right there. Right?
His knee.
It is 1 foot.
His knee hit the white line. He's out of bounds. That shouldn't have been okay, I'm going to go stand down here.
And Black was on the run, and that was a heck of a throw on the run. Stops the clock at 7:55.
Don't get kicked out, Doug.
You guessed, and you guessed wrong, sir.
So they're running quads up top and 2 down below.
With 3 linemen.
Pass incomplete. Yep, they were running 6 wideouts, and Black all of a sudden is coming up a little gingerly on his left ankle.
Slinging and limping.
Slinging and limping. Limping and slinging.
Limping and slinging.
What she said.
Hey, dude! Guess what I got on my YouTube feed? I'll show you here in a second.
Same formation.
Yes. This is like 8-man.
Is this like a version of the oop-de-oop?
What?
A version of the oop-de-oop. Uh-oh, pressure on Black. Back in the corner, pass can be complete at the 10-yard line. Not getting very far, but he may have enough for a first down. We now have 400 viewers on the Blazer Broadcast Network. How awesome is that?
And I'm going to have to grow my hair.
You're getting close. Let's see. Yaki saying players make big-time plays when they're needed.
It's true.
Landon Kane says that's my catcher. Attaboy Gage. Look at something Barbara Clark says, go Blazers. Rodney Kuntz. What Jim said.
Same formation, quads to the far side and 3 linemen. This is
4:05.
It's like a version of the picket fence.
Yeah.
Keep!
And nothing there, but it's going to be enough for a first down, so make it 1st and goal inside the 10. Clock stopped at 7:09. We now 416 viewers. How awesome is that?
23 Shaw, the ball carrier.
You guys are absolutely beautiful.
First and goal.
Clock running at 7:05. Same formation again. They're just going to basically spread the field out. They're going to run like 7-on-7 drills. Come up with a blitz. Black's going to get cut down, and I'll tell you right now, on that formation, if Black's going to try to keep and run, he's not going to get very far, and he's going to get hit hard. Clock running at 6:40. 2nd and 8, or 2nd and goal from the 8.
Keep him out, Blue!
Yep.
Quarterback Black kept it.
Clock running still, 6:25, 15 on the play clock.
Now they go back to a normal formation.
Run a little out route down at the 1-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
2 yards shy of the goal line.
We are directly on the 2.
Kevin Woodson on the coverage. Now McKelvey comes in for Woodson. Exchanging speed for speed.
Watch the keep.
Yep, you're reading my mind there, Duck. This could be a dangerous spot for it. Look how wide they're sending the 2 up top. And he's looking this side. Long throw. Pass incomplete.
Great job.
4th and goal. Nice job by Devin Johnson to get the arm in there.
38 May.
Clock stopped at 5:48.
Now this is the big stand.
This is the play.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm like Coach Black. You've got to go for it here.
Yeah. You can't settle for
Now I'm looking for a draw. I'm looking for a 2-step drop. Look for a hole and run it in. That's my thought. As Coach Cornelson takes his 3rd and final timeout. Here's what I'm thinking. They're going to spread the field out. Black's going to take like a 2-step drop. Front line is going to do a pass block and let them come out in the corners, and Black's just going to find a hole and he's going to run it in. Yep. He's got that threat. Oh, Jordan said the timeout was on Northwest.
No, Cornelson came running out.
Yeah, I thought Cornelson took it. Oh, did he? Did he point that way? Okay. Hey, we got a timeout on the field.
Yeah.
McCarthy,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter. McCarthy Auto Group halftime show coming up next. We'll have stats and talk about some of the big plays in the first half. Want to remind everyone we are heading Planet Sub after the game for a post-game meal. Join the whole BBN crew. We'd love to have you guys out there. We'll even put the game back on. Hopefully it's going to be a winnable game to watch.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, what?
I want to let everybody know that it is a toasty 46 degrees down here.
I want to know what it is in the Bahamas. All right, here we go. 4th and goal from the 2.
Come on, D-line, be smart.
Nine seconds on the play clock. 5 seconds. Yep, they're going to let it run out. Nice job, boys.
Timeout, Cougars.
Blazer, looks like Cougars are going to go for a field goal. That would be my guess. And here's my thought. And God forbid me to second guess any coach. I'm just not understanding. I guess half the distance from the one makes a difference.
Yeah.
You know, on your push. And granted, you got 5 minutes, but I'm thinking you may want to save that timeout later if you need it. From the 2, I would think your calls are going to be pretty close to the same, but like I said, I'm not going to second guess Coach Black. He's got a whole lot more. Hey, by the way, Duck, did you know I am 2-0 as a head coach?
2-0 as a head coach.
I am
where?
2-0 as a head coach at Gardner Edgerton High School.
You in what?
Football.
You?
Max Preps. After I emailed him and said they still had Coach Diener listed down as head coach and told him it was Ryan Cornelson. They actually put my name down for 2 weeks as head coach for the Blazers.
Hey,
I am 2-0, son.
You're the best.
I'll never lose a game. All right, looks like they're going to go for it from the 2-yard line.
This crowd is insane.
Black back to pass on the slant. No! And it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. Cassido with the coverage. The Blazers hold on 4th and goal and get the ball back with 5:48 to go in the first half. Nice stance.
Hey, chalk that one up to the 12th man. This student section's rocking.
Oh, and I'll tell you right now, I did not turn it up one bit. That's how loud they were getting.
I posted on Twitter last weekend after seeing the student section at state volleyball. And just from being here, I can tell you this is the best student section in the state of Kansas.
They are ruckus, I'll tell you that. Hand off to Hunsberger off the left side, gets up to the 5-yard line.
Fullback, number 11, Hunsberger.
Now, I'm not even sure if Coach Cornelson has one left or not.
51 Weaver for Northwest.
But we'll have to find out as the clock runs at 5:30. They've got plenty of time to get downfield.
We got one left? No, we're out.
Okay, we are out. Confirmation from the Duckster. Have you offered him a Snickers if he needs one? Have you told him that yet?
No, he's doing a pretty good job. I'll check in with him at half. He may need a hot dog or something.
Ask him if he wants some ketchup or mustard on that.
Sorry, we don't have any more sausages.
No. McKelvey with the keeper around the outside. Keeps it inside across the 10. Drags the Cougar with him up to the 15-yard line. Stops the clock at 5 minutes. Move the change, 1st and 10 for the Blazers. Last count I saw was 516 or 416.
437.
436 is what I got here.
Gardner Edgerton.
Jennifer says hi from Panama City Beach. That does not suck. Bahamas and Panama City Beach. I mean, come on, really? McKelvey keeps it himself, cuts it back inside across the 25, down to the 30-yard line, ran into one of his blockers, ran into Noah Short, I believe it was. And then he looked back, and it was like the parting of the Red Sea on the left side. He goes, okay, hold on, I'm going to come this way. Move the chains.
Good job by McKelvey right there, just keeping his feet moving, getting those extra yards. That's what you need, especially in a tie game. You want to go into the half with the lead.
And they get the ball when they're coming out.
And they get the ball to come out, which is what I was talking about.
This can turn into a 14-point swing real quick.
Not much there. Gets about, they still get about 4 yards out of it, so not bad. Clock running at 4:05.
But you really don't. You don't really want a long run now because you'll still leave time on the clock.
Yeah, just these short.
Well, and that's just
4 or 5 yards to carry.
Yep, move the chains. Well, and Coach Cornelson will tell them to slow the pace down if they get a big play and get it down there. So that's the thing about this offense. Jennings off the right side, spins around down to the 40-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down. And we'll see how no. Yep, they're going to say move the chains, so stops the clock at 3:37. This drive started on their 2-yard line with how much time left, Will?
5:48.
5:48.
Statman.
Statman. Dun, 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 Statman. Will the Thrill Statman. McKelvey keeps it himself right up the middle, breaks a couple tackles up to the 48, 49-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 48, make it 2nd and 2. Clock running at 3:10. As Coach Cornelson says on almost every interview, pregame interview, trust the process.
Okay, Joel Embiid.
That's what it, no.
I know. I know.
2:50 on the clock. Hand off to Hunsberger. Breaks a couple tackles. Lanes to the left side. Fumbles. Blazers might get a break. Brody Marshall falls on it on the 41.
It's staying here.
Brody Marshall, the man on the spot.
We got a man down, guys.
Limping off a little bit, as that's going to be Andrew Adams, as I believe, I got a message, I think it was his grandpa's watching, said he wasn't able to make it to the game tonight. Clock stopped at 2:40 on the first down. And Coach Cornelson does not have any timeouts left.
They called an official timeout so he could tie his shoe.
Well, that's why I was wondering what they were doing. So clock starting now. Ball on the 41-yard line. McKelvey keeps it himself. Look at that blue card ahead of him. Leaps over, he does a Kareem Hunt up to the 30-yard line. It's going to be another first down. Clock stopped at 2:25. This is efficient play calling football right now.
And this, like we've said many times, this is what you want. You want to get these 4 or 5 occasional 9-10 yard gains.
He went out of bounds. Yeah, they can't be playing the clock now. Coach Cornelson. Yeah, they ran the clock. I'm not sure why. I don't know if they signaled.
You know that A.D.
It
Meyer
should be
was
2:25.
Well, I actually helped Cornelson on that during Shawnee Mission East. I went, hey, the clock's running, coach. They said, hey. So they're going to move the clock back.
It should be 2:25.
Yep, and that's what they got it at.
Stat man.
I thought we were supposed to have a hometown.
Probably.
The hometown.
Probably eating. Stat man.
Yeah, but see, they're eating pizza. We had Wally's. We'd have a bigger excuse. It's either that or corn dogs. Jennings up the middle, spins around, up across the 25-yard line, up to the 24.
He falls forward and gets 3 extra yards.
I was going to say he...
Did anybody see Jennings put his arm around the defender and carry him 3 yards?
Come here, buddy.
As he was falling...
Exactly what it looked like.
Come here, buddy.
Yeah, as he was falling forward.
Yes, he basically put his arm around his shoulder and said, hey, come on, let's go for a walk.
Clock at 1:55.
Let's go for a drag.
Make it 2nd and 5. And we're going to have false start.
No, I think timeout.
Coach Black, I believe would be his 3rd and final timeout. Clock at 1:49. And this is a huge drive because, like I said before, Blazers come up with a score here and they get the ball back. You guarantee that Coach Black and the coaches are going to make some adjustments. And I'll tell you right now, they get a 14-point lead on Northwest, Cougars are going to have a long second half.
Yeah, and that's exactly almost what happened last time we played them. Was we ended the first half on the score, I believe.
Well, who was it Kansas City played before Denver?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, because I made the comment, before Cincinnati would get the ball back, they had a chance to be down huge. And what happened? Kansas City scored at the end of the first half. They came back and got the ball and scored again, and yeah, it made a long night.
Yeah, a good long night.
A good long night.
And you know what's good about this drive?
Oh, the hits going on down there.
Whistle.
You don't want to whistle. They just damn near got a first down on that one, but the smacks on the pads down there.
Well, no, the thing was we had 2 officials just staring at each other going, you going to blow it? No, you go ahead and blow it.
Okay.
This is the
I like how you turned your back away from the ref so he didn't hear that.
Well, he's been a nice guy. I don't want to make him mad yet.
Hunsberger breaking a couple of tackles, has a man ahead of him to block, out of bounds. It's a first down for the Blazers. Clock stopped at 1:17.
Can I get a word in edgewise?
Yeah, go ahead. I was going to about ready to get to you. The good thing is
that was the first 3rd down that we had on this drive.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I didn't even think about that.
Wow.
The stat man appears again.
The postmaster.
Hey, did you get that tracking number figured out?
I'm going to look at it when I get home.
Oh, okay. They lost my mail.
You got mail.
They lost my package.
Come on, get the playoff. Get the playoff.
McKelvey back to pass.
Ooh.
He was looking for Marshall, and Marshall was triple teamed. That might have been one McKelvey just might want to run out of bounds and try to get something out of it.
Well, you chuck it deep on that one.
To make sure nobody gets that one. 1:12 left on the clock, 2nd and 10. Ball on the 17.
Or put Getzman back there and let him throw it to Kelvey.
That would not be bad.
No.
Here, you could actually run McKelvey on a wide out up the middle down to the 10-yard line. Just short of the first down. Clock running at 1:05.
Well, here comes the second 3rd down.
That's all right.
3rd and 2.
I'll take that.
3rd and 3.
McKelvey with the keeper. He's got a blue wave ahead of the blockers. Touchdown Blazers from 10 yards out. from the 2-yard line, a 98-yard drive. 10-yard run by McKelvey gives the Blazers their first lead of the game at 20-14.
Good job there.
And look at the time, guys.
Exactly.
But still, with the arm of Black.
Took 5 minutes and 1 second off the clock.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The 18th rushing touchdown for Tevin McKelvey.
11 plays for 98 yards in 5 minutes.
Wow, that is how you put a drive together. 21-14 to score. We're going to keep it here. Take a look at some updated scores. Miege leading Pittsburgh 28-13. Blue Valley North 28-7 over Shawnee Mission South. Basement Linwood shutting out Fort Scott 14-0. Lawrence Free State big over campus 30-7. 16-0. Shawnee Mission East shutting out Olathe East. Olathe North 30-7 over Olathe South. Olathe West still 8-7. Schlegel leading Olathe West at the half. Lewisburg 28-0 over Piper. DeSoto 17-10 over Shawnee Heights. Blazers, as we said here, 21-14, just taking the lead. Mill Valley 10-7 over St. James Academy. Tonganoxie 13-7 over Paola, and 42-0 St. Thomas leading Topeka Seaman. That is not a surprise.
Not at all.
Yeah, and it's almost a bad thing when Topeka Seaman comes to the Kansas City area. Yeah, a lot of times good things don't happen.
No. Those Topeka schools don't really have any luck against Kansas City schools.
Actually, there's a score I was looking for, Topeka and Topeka Rule. Washburn Rule. That's a game I was kind of curious about. High kick. Taken at the 16-yard line, looking for a hold down to the 30-yard line. Topeka. That must have been a last night's game. 42-0 Topeka over Washburn Rule. Wow. Says in progress.
Wow.
That's
3 down linemen.
That's taken out by a woodshed. I'm listening to you.
I would have 3 down linemen and the rest of them in the back.
Hey, 42 seconds. I'd keep them keep everyone about 15 yards, but you want to keep your spacing because Black can hurt you.
Yeah. Mizzou learned that the hard way.
Mizzou learns a lot of things the hard way.
Yeah.
Again, that's not arguable.
Hey, did anybody catch that KU score last week?
Congrats, you actually won a conference game.
Second.
Lindemann off to the outside, driven out of bounds by Brody Marshall. Hey, I was telling Ian today the last time KU won a league game at home was against Texas, and we saw what happened to Short.
Strong.
Strong. I'm surprised TCU didn't axe their coach. That's like a death game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Clock stopped at 37 seconds.
But the thing is, Charlie Strong didn't do anything at Texas. Gary Patterson's done like everything.
Pass!
Going for a deep pass.
There it is. Oh, it's coming back, guys.
Yeah, they got a face mask as a receiver put his hands right in Mason's face mask.
Flag on the play, boys. Easy.
Yeah, don't get too excited about that. We got to. Yeah, and the thing is, Coach Black's going to be upset about this, but that's an easy call. When you put the face mask.
What?
Are you kidding me? How can you not see the hands in the face mask?
Well, wait.
I'm sorry.
Are you sure we got that right?
Wow. Stops the clock at 28 seconds. Coach Cornelson's going to be talking about that.
Oh, that's a horrible reason.
What do they say? What do you say, Doug?
Hold on, let me get out of here.
You can get out of here.
Okay, so remember the old saying, the second one to get caught's busted? Yeah, so he didn't see the offensive. He looked and saw us, and so he was saying, nope, you guys pushed off first.
Okay.
Amateur hour.
We're going to have false start on the inside receiver as he flinched just a bit. So that's going to help out, back it up. 25.2 seconds left.
That's an amateur call.
Well, it leads back to the receiver. You don't move until you look at the ball.
No, I'm talking about the pass interference.
Oh, well, it's
an amateur call.
That's
his reasoning is an amateur.
Well, I could give you amateur from a couple years ago, but that's I've seen a couple of those.
Let's go.
So they're backing up 5 yards. I'm not sure what they're looking at the clock. The clock never ran, or maybe it did.
Guys, come on, it's playoff. Let's go.
They want 28 seconds on the clock.
Shawnee Mission can't get set. Receivers aren't sure what we're doing here.
Well, this just broke the whole momentum of the game, didn't it? You can hear the crowd getting loud now. Flag scrambling, looking downfield, and it's going to be short, incomplete. Make it 3rd and 15. Clock stopped at 21.1 seconds.
There was holding.
We're going to have the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show coming up right after this.
For Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Going trips to the high side. Twins down here to the short side. Man in motion. 2-step drop, quick slant. Pass complete. Brought down by Johnson. Clock running at 12 seconds. No more timeouts for Northwest.
4th down.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to be it. Did not get the playoff. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Dustin Duck Martin's going to try to get with Coach Corey Nelson. The simple thing I want to get from Coach Duck is I want to get.
Well, I'm going to ask him about. I want to know exactly what the ref said to him.
We're not going to worry about that. I just want to know his.
Coach Black is livid, ticked off right now.
Well, you didn't. Well,
he's not even one to talk to the ref.
Shoot me real quick. You want to know what?
I want to get with Coach Corey Nelson and find out his opinion on the defensive stance on that big play.
Coach, you're going in half. You're up 21-14. You're getting the ball back in the second half. What are you going to say about your defense on that big stop right there?
Yeah, they did a good job stopping. I don't know. We're not playing real well. We're not executing. Kind of got out of our rhythm there. We got to come back and be disciplined in our assignment and just do what we do.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the second half.
Blazers with a 21-14 lead. Sideline report brought to you by Capes Whole Homes Heating and Cooling. We're going to take a timeout. Be back with the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Blazers fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers. Regardless if you need help with a desktop, laptop, network equipment, or peripherals and accessories, American Computers can get the job done. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight Road in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, proudly serving Blazer fans in Gardner and surrounding areas. Call Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning at 638-1647.
Planet Sub, where the bread is mixed, rolled, and baked fresh from scratch every morning. Oh, it's good. Planet Sub, 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
When you're Kansas City born and raised, you know just how much meat matters. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers. They're hard at work every day in every store, so you never have to settle for something prepackaged out of state. They're so sure you'll love their KC Pride beef, they even back it with a 200% guarantee. Stop by Price Chopper tonight, where they cut meat, never corners. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Ian Jones at the camera. Jordan McIntyre helping out with the graphics. Will the Thrill McIntyre down below with the stats. Also, Dustin Duck Martin down on the sideline with the Blazers winning 21-14 at the half as they were down 14-7. We'll give you an idea on how the scoring went. As Northwest, I'll tell you, Ty Black, the kid is good, and nice scheme by Coach Black, keeping everything kind of spread out a little bit and giving Ty Black time to pass the ball, or nice alleys to pass the ball. But at the same time, and that front four for the Blazers, and I said it right at the beginning, if Ty Black holds the ball any longer than 2 seconds, that front line for Northwest cannot hold them.
No, they can't. The amount of times I've seen a lineman for the Blazers just run right through Northwest's line and get their hands on the quarterback, I can't even count. It's happened every single play.
Well, and at the same time, it's not that Ty Black is not a pocket passer. He possibly could be. The thing is, he's not. He hasn't had time to get into he hasn't had time to even think about a 5-step drop.
No, not at all.
Everything pretty much has been a 2-step drop.
And they play that quick slant kind of hurry up type offense.
Which is great as long as you can keep the defender on your back.
Yeah. And when you have 4 guys coming at you, those quick slants, you need them to develop quick. And you got to make sure you get that pass off right in time. And he's been doing that quite often tonight, but, I mean, I don't know.
I think, Will, do you have the stats for the half?
Yes, I do.
All right,
ready?
go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
I'm here. Okay. Gardner Edgerton, 28 rushes for 210 yards. 1-of-1 passing for 33 for 247 total. 10 first downs, 20 yards in penalties, 12-21 time of possession. Shawnee Mission Northwest, 9 rushes for 30 yards. 14 of 18 passing for 245.
245 already.
275 total.
Yep.
6 first downs, 20 yards in penalties, and 11:39 time of possession.
Wow, that's And what's the passing's 240 and rushing for us is how much?
Rushing for us is 214.
Yeah, they're offensively. Go ahead and give this to Will. Will, I'm sending you down a different receiver.
Okay.
And try that one. I'm not sure why that one's skipping out, but let's go ahead and switch that out. And it's not a majority of that. Ian, is a lot of the fact that that long drive. I think when they got the they went the 35 down to the 2 and came up dead empty, and again, far be it for me to second guess Coach Black, but I really thought they were going to at least try to get some points out of that and get a field goal. But at the same time, you got to be liking your quarterback. You got to be liking the way your receivers have been getting open. 21-17 looks totally different from 21-14. Now it's going to be, I'm not going to say imperative or key, but it would behoove the Blazers to come out and get a score to start the second half and go up 28-14.
Yeah, that's kind of been the theme the past few weeks is, they get the ball at the second half, they end the first half with a touchdown. That way they can build momentum. They have momentum going into the half.
What they got down, and they ended up getting down to the 27 as time ran out for Northwest. So, and Coach Black wasn't happy, as you saw on the, as Ian was following Coach Black. But, I made the comment while the commercials were playing, the quarterback, Ty Black, he's got to see the clock.
Yeah.
He has to see that there's 9 seconds left. And, and I wasn't looking at the whole line or anything. I'm busy calling out the clock so that, viewers knew what was going on. But, your front line's got to know. They got to get set. They got to know you're downing the ball. They know they're not going anywhere. Get set. They had 9 seconds to do that, and they didn't even get the playoff. They got the playoff a split second after the clock hit 0.
Yeah, that's mental. That's a mental mistake, and that's something, week 10 into the season, especially second round of the playoffs, you should have that down by now. But maybe it was just a lack of communication. We don't know. Didn't get any answer on it. But it's one of those that it might cost them, because you down that ball, what happens? They have 6 seconds left. Throw a touchdown. It's a tie game going into half. This is a momentum changer.
Yeah, it is. Taking a look at some of the other posts on YouTube, and make sure you get on there and say hi. We'd love to hear from you. Landon Kane, Blazer Nation, baby. GIFCU Blazers all night long. Blazers on fire tonight. That's from Marta Castleman. Let's see. Ebony Davis, Blazer Nation. Joycelyn Peterson, grandmother of Devin Johnson from Texas. Good to hear from you. Let's see. Ernest Prevot says 4935 GE. Hashtag on to the next one. Adam Biter, I think it is. Thank you, Lindemann on Southwest.
No, Ty Lindemann.
Or Ty Lindemann on Southwest was on Huddle Instagram a few days ago.
Let's check that.
I'm not sure. We'll have to check that out. ShoeCat65 says, give the student section and cheerleaders a shout out. Yeah, as loud as they were getting. Connie Mayberry, we're enjoying watching the band. We are old band members from the class of 78. Here with Lisa Hoffman Martin, band member myself, playing tuba. So good to hear from you guys. Cameron Sharp. What? Cameron Sharp, you schmuck. I can take care of that here real quick. Let's see, I can do that. Yeah, I'll put the user in timeout. How about that? I have that ability. I have that authority.
Yeah, Ty Lindemann 2 days ago was on Huddle's Instagram.
Yeah. And whatever else schmuck boy decided he was going to put down Cameron Sharp, all your comments have been deleted. Billy Sims Heisman sandwich was great today. Okay. I'm not saying that. I mean, they're good. Let's see. Oh, no. I don't want him for 30. No. Let's see. How you use some channel. Yeah, we'll just hide the user from channel. How about that? We just took care of that. I don't go for that stuff. Anyway, enough about that. 21-14. We're going to take a quick time out. We want to get with Coach Walters, the defensive side. I want to get his opinion on the pressure that they have been able to get on Black, and also his thoughts on the defensive stance on that 4th and goal. With the Blazers leading 21-14, Blazers get the ball to start the second half. We're going to take a timeout. Be back with the second half on the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show coming up in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations. Visit kccars.com for over 3,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. Our inventory covers most every make and model and prices to fit every budget. The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. If you're getting ready to sell your car, you know that appearance is key. So why not let Jeff get your car ready for you? Call Jeff at 620-1253.
American Computers. There's a reason why American Computers is the official computer store of the Blazer Broadcast Network. It just takes a single visit to find out why. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware. Humphrey's Family Dentistry. For the best in general dentistry, Humphrey's Family Dentistry will give you the smile you've always wanted. Make your appointment by calling 856-2333. That's 856-2333.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Ian Jones with the camera, Jordan McIntyre with the graphics, Will the Thrill McIntyre down below with the stats. Dustin Duck Martin is down on the sideline, and he is waiting to get with Coach Walters.
Do you have me on now?
I have you on.
Will, what's the matter? You
Come
okay?
on, Will.
Do you need a Snickers?
I need more than the Snickers.
Hey, you got Planet Sub coming up, son. Don't get that Snickers.
Oh, I
now.
don't know. After that pregame meal.
Oh, I just got done turning around to Ian and said, I don't know if I'm going to be hungry after Wally.
Yeah, we're going to be hungry.
I'm going to be hungry.
Coach Walters is coming out now, Duck, if you want to get with him. But I'm really curious on his thoughts on the pressure they are getting on Ty Black, the quarterback for Shawnee Mission Northwest, and that huge defensive stance that allowed the Blazers to go 98 yards downfield for the touchdown. As Duck is running into Coach Walters to go down there with interview.
There's no running.
There's no running.
Coach, you're coming out of the locker room at half up,
Coach isn't gonna run
21-14.
either.
You're getting we're getting the ball back here, but your defense, you got to be proud of the way that they played that first half.
Well, they battled. That offense is tough to deal with. They got us one-on-one all over the place. We miss a tackle and they score on us. So we're putting our corners in a tough spot, our DBs, and we're doing a decent job of getting to them. We just got to do a better job second half of getting everybody to the ball, everybody on the same page, and not panic. I think we got a little bit panicked when they kind of did a few things different. And we just need to settle in, and I think we'll be okay.
When they stretch their offense out there, it kind of looks like inverted, almost like a picket fence type of offense, and they're stretching out your defensive line. First quarter, you were all over the quarterback. You were all over Black. How do you get to them with that formation?
Well, we got a couple wrinkles in. We're going to show like we're helping on the outside and then bring those guys in late, and hopefully we can get some pressure with the outside guys on it so we can get in his face a little bit and still be able to take care of the jet that they've been trying to run out of it. So we got a couple things we're going to try on it. Hopefully we'll take care of it.
All right, Coach, get it done.
Hey, thanks.
And the sideline report brought to you by Capes Holmes Heating and Cooling. And Duck,
Yeah?
you want to guess where Coach Walters was coaching last year? I'll give you one guess.
Okay.
Look across the field.
Oh. Well, so this game means a little something.
Well, that and he knows. He knows the personnel for Southwest, so that makes it interesting. So
Northwest.
That's, Northwest.
Well, and with that comment,
yes.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was Shawnee. I got a text from Connor, and he says, hey, don't forget, Olathe West head coach T.J. O'Neill coached at GHS as an assistant for one season. That was 2006.
That was before I got here.
Yeah, I was thinking that was
before I knew what was going on. Let's see. Blue Valley North leading Shawnee Mission South 28-7. Olathe North over Olathe South 30-7. Shawnee Mission East over Olathe East 16-0. Lawrence Free State 30-14 over Campus. Manhattan 29-12 over Wichita West 49-7. Topeka over Washburn Rural, and 28-0 Derby over Dodge City. Take a look at some of the 5A schools. St. Thomas 42-0 over Topeka Seaman, 10-7 Mill Valley over St. Thomas. Now it's 15-7 Schlegel over Olathe West. DeSoto 17-10 over Shawnee Heights.
8-10 just tweeted out. Paola just took the lead. 14-13, 7:32 left in the third over Tongi. Aquinas 42-0 over Seaman. Here we go, Sunflower League scores. Sunflower League just sent this out just now.
And I just went over them, but go ahead.
GE 21, we've got that one. West 7, Olathe there. Yeah, Olathe North 30, Olathe South 7.
Yeah.
Free State Campus,
Yeah.
Blue Valley North, Shawnee Mission South.
Yeah.
Shawnee Mission East 16, Olathe East 0.
Yeah. Got it. We got it covered.
And I got that tweet from old Mr. Tim Brady.
Mr. Brady. He is now with the Olathe School District, so we'll get with him. And I guess when we go to ODAC, we haven't seen the schedule for next year yet because we still have a little bit of house cleaning to finish up here. Blazers with a 21-14 lead, and Blazers getting the ball to start the second half. And Will, what was the total yardage again for both teams?
For Gardner Edgerton was 247 total yards. For Shawnee Mission Northwest, 275.
So about 30 yards difference.
29.
Yeah, about 30.
Hey, and Will, you know what one of those big stats are? Points off of turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, we got what, 14 points off of turnovers?
That'd be the turn. Yeah.
Well, they had 2 fumbles and they had 2 turnovers on downs.
And then you look across the field, and they have how many points did they get off the turnover? Actually, 14. 2 of the had the 1 fumble. That's when McKelvey went in from 18 yards out, and then they had the fumble.
Did you just throw me out?
Yeah.
I can go home?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has the authority, and then they
so I umpire, and that's Coach. That's Officer Belcher. He's a baseball coach, and I've threatened to throw him out many times. But I'm sorry, you were saying?
Actually, throwing a guy out, it's kind of fun sometimes.
It is fun.
Especially when they're being a jerk.
Baby Johns.
Oh, the Q-Meister.
You gotta tell the broadcast that the Q's down here.
The Q's.
Oh, you're on air, bro.
Oh.
Busted.
Where's
Coach is gonna love this feed.
Where's Warren at? Where's Warren at? Did Warren catch that?
Underneath you.
Did Warren catch that? Yeah, he did. Warren's got him.
Hey, Q.
Yeah.
Wave to Grandpa.
Wave to Grandpa right up here.
Wave to Grandpa.
There you go. Hey, he has to learn when you're around, you never know what's going to be possible.
The mic is always on. Look at him blushing.
Hey, tell him blue plus red makes purple. If he needs to know, that's what it does. All right, boys, back to business. We got a 21-14 lead. Blazers get the ball to start the second half. I would say this is kind of a large possession for the Blazers. Might be the biggest one they've had so far this year.
You think they open with an onside kick?
No, you're going to kick him down. You're going to force him long.
Want to bet?
Yeah, you want to bet?
They just touched it early, but all right.
Yeah, we get the ball at the 50-yard line.
I love Madden.
I'll tell you that I can't agree with. If I'm a force a team that can control the ball the way the Blazers can, but then again they just plus they just got done forcing.
I didn't know if I should go out here.
I didn't know if they just went 98 yards.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's how that goes. So Blazers get the ball to start the half at midfield. McKelvey keeps it, finds a seam, cuts it back inside. He might get a yard on it. And he's going to be driven down. They're barely going to give him the line of scrimmage, so make it 2nd and 10.
Where'd our help go?
He'll be back. You got it until then.
Yeah.
He's coming up the steps now.
He's coming up. One more time like that and he's fired.
Yeah.
He doesn't get Wally's. That's his punishment.
Whoa, what? No.
Handoff up the middle. Hunsberger trying to break a few tackles. Gets up to the 49. So make it 3rd and 9.
He's back.
He's back. Clock stopped at 10. What?
Coach stopped me.
The coach stopped you?
I can't pass up Coach.
Coach.
Jones.
Oh, Coach Jones? Okay. Hey, do what you got to do.
Excuses.
Clock running at 10:40, 3rd and 9 from the 49. Base set for the Blazers. Jennings cuts it back inside. He's got one tackle to beat, gets a couple tackles, then he gets pushed by Hunsberger. Hunsberger just sat there and pushed his own head ahead. So Jennings with a big run all the way up to the 30-yard line, make that a 19-yard run.
It could have been further if he wouldn't have ran over his own player.
Yeah.
How many times have we said that this year, that they've ran into their own player and it's ended a big run?
Clock at 10:15. McKelvey keeps himself off left tackle, gets about 3 yards on the play. Clock at 10 minutes.
Eat the clock up.
And Duck's down there just socializing.
Eat the clock up.
Tick, 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 tick.
Seth.
What?
Seth. Pescic.
No!
Him up here.
Get him up here.
Get up here.
Get him up here. We got to get. Hey,
Go.
Tell him we said happy birthday.
Julie's waving at you. She's in the window.
Tell him we said happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Tell Seth Pescic, 3-time
go up those stairs,
state
go in that
wrestling
door, go up the
champion.
ladder.
We got to get him up here. We haven't seen the Seth man up here for a while.
False start.
Got to get the Seth Meister up here.
He's on his way up.
Hey, give him the Will, give him the mic while you're down there.
He's coming up to see you.
I know, but give him that receiver. We'll get him on this microphone up here. We'll get him on that microphone up here. I've got the mic up here. 3-time state wrestling champ Seth Pescic just got done having a birthday. Hey, you want to guess where Seth Pescic went to school? You want to guess where Seth Pescic went to school? Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
You know why, right? Because Mizzou is a great wrestling school.
It is. I'll tell you what. They are.
Could have gone to Nebraska.
Or Iowa.
Could have gone to Iowa. Iowa State. Could have gone to Oklahoma State.
Here we go.
McKelvey behind a blocker. And he's going to get up to the 28-yard line.
I mean, Mizzou has 2 guys in MMA right now, so, I mean, they got to be doing something right.
With the tackle.
I don't know what it was I saw.
Scripted.
There was some.
Oh, yeah, scripted.
There was some kind of wrestling I saw. This must have been Greco-Roman because these guys weren't. It was like more pushing than anything else.
That'd be WWE.
Seth Pescic, dude, how you doing, man? I'll have to get your headset from Ian here in a little bit. Jennings fighting ahead. He's got a first down.
Good spot.
Real quick, I'm going to take my headset. We'll just do it this way. 3-time state champ Seth Pescic, Blazer alum. This guy over here, we give him more crap about MU than anything else. I told him you go to MU, but you just had a birthday, man, and everything. Good birthday?
22. Oh, yeah, great birthday.
Wait, well, you say 22. That makes me feel like I'm 62, all right?
You are.
Handoff up the middle. Hunsberger's going to get up to about the 15-yard line. You've been here through some rough times and stuff, but Blazer football is Blazer football. This has got to be fun to see coming back here.
Oh, I love it. I was there for some good times and then there for some of the rougher times. And one of the things that's true about this program is it's always just a family atmosphere.
2nd and 8.
Always support. It's showing right now. You gotta love to see the successful.
Now are you gonna you're graduate, correct? Or are you senior?
Senior.
And we'll get.
Hey, you guys have a tournament in Kansas City, right? Or a duel?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We have a duel against Virginia, I believe.
Yeah, at Park Hill.
Over to the outside. Tevin McKelvey scores for 15 yards out. And just like that, the Blazers have a 27-14 lead.
Hey, we got a flag on the play.
Oh, jeez.
It will come back.
It will come back.
On the play is holding on the offense.
So real quick, Ian just said you guys have a duel with Virginia. Now where's that going to be at?
We have a lot of guys on the team that went to Park Hill, really big wrestling program there in KC.
You're going to have to remind me about that when it is, because I definitely come out there. How's wrestling been going for you?
It's going
pretty
really good. I think we're ranked 6th in the preseason polls in the country right now. We're looking real good.
And what class are you in?
What
weight class?
197.
Still 197, kind of keeping that.
Gosh, since I was 16. 22 now.
They say you can eat all you want, just don't go over 196, right?
Gosh, something like that.
Now, another guy that you thought that you'd wrestle with, Darren Williams, who ended up going to Nebraska. Have you been able to catch up with him lately?
Dustin Williams,
Dustin
absolutely.
Williams.
One of my best friends. Oh, yeah, we talk almost every day. He's engaged now. That makes me feel really old.
Dustin Williams engaged. That guy is you were 3-time, he was 4-time, wasn't he?
He was 3, but he was more dominant than I was. He looked better.
I still got a picture of you in your last state championship match standing there with a big old 3 over your head. That had to be pretty sweet in Wichita.
Oh, man. It's one of those feelings that never really goes away. I mean, it's one of those things that hopefully this team can see for the first time here in program history. I mean, you got to love all the success that this school is bringing in now.
McKelvey with the hold on the left side. He's going to be in for 16 yards. Touchdown. Tevin McKelvey goes scream hunt, but they're going to get a flag.
For the hurdle.
I don't know why.
You can't hurdle in high school.
Hey.
You can't hurdle in high school.
No. You can't hurdle in high school. That's the stupidest rule ever.
That's like, okay, you can tackle me then. That I did not know.
Yeah.
So now was that a spot foul?
It has to be, I think.
They're waving the flag. It's going to be a touchdown for the Blazers from 16 yards out.
Touchdown run by the quarterback McKelvey.
16-yard run for Tevin McKelvey, his 19th rushing touchdown. I guess you can.
Maybe it's one of those, like, if the guy's trying to go for your legs, you can hop over. But
well, I'm not. If he's going for my legs, I'm not going to sit there and just let him take me out.
But again, what do I know?
Not very much.
Yeah, you're right.
Obviously.
0-8.
0-8. The extra point is up and good, 28-14. Hey, I believe I remember someone saying something about if they could close out the first half with a touchdown and then score on their first drive, they could make it a turnaround 28-14 lead.
I don't know who said that.
I believe. Anyway, we'll finish by with Seth Peshek here real quick. But
I say Doug.
Don't give Doug credit.
Now, do you know exactly the date of your meet in?
That's going to be more mid to late season, I believe.
All right. Well, we'll have to get that, and we'll have to get that on the on the website. But you guys are ranked 6th in the nation so far. Okay, I'm going to ask. You had a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
You got schools like Oklahoma State, Iowa State, Missouri. You've got Penn State. You've got, Ohio State. What makes you go to Mizzou?
For me, it was more just the atmosphere there when I got there. So Mizzou wasn't the last school I visited. After Mizzou, I went and visited Nebraska and South Dakota. But before I went to North Carolina, there's a bunch. But Mizzou has a tradition and more of a lifestyle. We call it Tiger style there, where it's more about winning on and off the field. Where everywhere.
Yes! Ethan Ramsey with the recovery on the onside kick. He got the perfect roll and the bounce. Woo-hoo! And the Blazers get the ball back, and that was about as perfectly executed as you could get. The Blazers get the ball first down on the 43-yard line. I don't think you mind me interrupting you there.
I started screaming too.
Real quick, we're going to let you sit back and enjoy the game. It's good to see you, man. It's been a while. And like I said, keep in touch. Let me know when the date is on that. In fact, Ian found it.
It's the 20th of December.
December 20th?
Yeah.
We got it. Is that a Saturday?
Friday? I have no idea.
We'll figure it out. We'll get it going. Jennings across the 35, close about the 33. We'll let you go and go to the game. Good to see you again, man. Tell your mom and dad to say hi.
First down.
Seth Peshek joining us here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Good to see him. I don't think I've seen him. I don't think I've seen him since he maybe one time before he went to school. So.
Mr. Ragland.
Yes, sir.
There's some inappropriate stuff being said on the feed.
Really? Really? Do we have a bunch of idiots going on?
One in particular.
Well, I'll take care of that here in a second as soon as I can get mine to pull up. Can you give me a name?
Max Overish.
Yes.
He's an Arkansas fan. That explains it.
Well, okay, here, let's do this. There you go. You are hidden, and you will no longer be able. We do not. I didn't even look what you said. I've got a couple people saying Max is an idiot. Ignore him. Let's continue cheering. Yeah, guess what, dude? Max overish or whatever. You're gone.
They deleted it.
Yeah, I took care of it.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, that's all. That's all I need to know. I don't stand for that. Blazers 28-14, 6:25 to go in the third, and I'll tell you, Coach Cornelson told me early in the season. I asked him if there was a particular time that he wanted to do an onside kick. He goes, we'll just do it to do it, And like I said, that bounce that he got that landed in Ethan Reynolds' hand, that's about as perfect as you could get. The Blazers had the ball 1st and 10 from the 33. 6:25 to go in the third quarter. Hunsberger off the right side. He leans up ahead across the 30 up to the 28. Just shy of the 28. Make it 2nd and about 5.
You want to know how many people are viewing right now?
I should.
542.
Get out.
I'm not kidding.
550. Are you kidding me? You people are absolutely astounding.
That is
hey,
crazy.
Doc.
Yeah.
You said 1,000? We're at 550. We're over halfway there, son.
Yeah, I know. I was 550. I logged in to read the chat.
You were 550. Hunsberger off the left, cuts it to the right, across the 25. Short of the first. 550. That is absolutely incredible. You guys are stupendous. It's Blaze. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure said that. McKelvey lowers his shoulder for the boom. He gets the first down.
Back number 1, McKelvey. He'll move the chains. First down by the Blazer offense.
Trying to get.
With the tackle.
Let's see here. I'm trying to. Someone asked me for the.
Now 1st and 10.
Well, someone asked me for the URL for the game. I thought I had it here. 564. Incredible. Spin move by Jennings across the 15. Make it 2nd and about 6. Is there anyone that Duck does not know? I'm just asking.
I mean, when you had a billboard of yourself, I mean, you're pretty popular.
Well, that's true. That's true.
And he's on like every sporting video known to man, so.
Well, he's probably been on more sporting Kansas City billboards than anyone else that I can. Yeah, what?
Playoffs start Sunday.
I know.
No, that's Chiefs Sunday.
Yeah, hashtag claim the cup.
Okay, well. Hey,
Yes,
just make the win. That's all that matters.
Dude, I should just keep the blue hair for the sporting playoffs.
There you go.
I'm telling you, it's a great idea.
Julie's already said that.
Yeah.
4 minutes to go in the third.
Right here, next one.
Shawnee Mission Northwest has not had a snap in the third quarter yet. McKelvey keeps it himself, lowers his shoulder, tries to get to the right side, spin move, leans up ahead past the 5, knocked out of bounds at the 6. Clock stopped at 3:44. 20. This could possibly, I don't think I've ever, if it has, I can't remember the last time I've seen a team not get a snap off in a quarter. Because they could possibly run this down to 3, if they really wanted to, they could run this down at the end of the quarter.
That would be impressive. Talk about owning the time of possession.
Hey,
battle.
Will, they went how long in the first drive, the opening drive?
50 yards.
But how much time?
5:01.
McKelvey keeps himself, cuts it back inside, in with a touchdown, Blazers. 6 yards out. And the Blazers now lead 34-14, when at one point they trailed 14-7.
21 unanswered points.
Oh.
Well, really, 28.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
Hey, Will, how many yards?
Max got back on.
43.
Do I? Yeah,
he's saying some very inappropriate stuff now.
It's good.
What, on the feed?
Yeah.
I thought I blocked him, didn't I?
Yeah, he made another account.
I don't. Which?
Max Overish.
There you go. He's gone. Dude, you're not going to win the game. I could block you all day long. In fact, I wish I could make another administrator to it that could get into it and take care of that. Yeah, but you can only have, I think you only have, I don't know if you can have more than one logged in. I'll give it to you on that. Actually, dude, you are being reported to YouTube, so if you want to keep that up, your whole accounts will be nixed and nullified, so take your...
John Bass is checking in.
And someone else is getting hidden too with a very inappropriate name that I'm not dealing with, knocked out of bounds.
He made another one.
Yep, I took care of it. The lips.
No, he made another one.
Which one now?
It's
here.
back.
Here, hold on to that and just. Yeah. Anytime he shows up, just hold it down. No. Yeah. Anytime he shows up, just hold it down. It'll come up. Just remove him.
If you're listening, you have no life.
Get a life, dude. Don't be hating. 3:39. Northwest will get the ball at the 43-yard line.
First time.
First snap of the third quarter. Black going deep on an out route, and it's going to be overthrown. And he had him open, too. So 2nd and 10. $562 viewers. That works out.
That's a big jump.
Hey, and I'm telling you, everybody that sees this idiot coming up with these names or doing anything like that, let me know. We'll try to catch it and report them to YouTube. We'll just clear them out altogether. Back with a quick shot to the near side. Outstretched hands.
Steve, I love you.
No, what I missed?
No.
Well, I've got Jordan on the. He's on the search anytime these guys do this, and even Ian's laughing.
Because I know what Doug's laughing about.
I wish I could watch the chat room too sometimes. So clock stopped at 3:32, 3rd and 10. Back to the right side on a slant. McKelvey almost with interception. They almost threw that right to, and I guarantee you weren't going to catch him on that. 4th and 10. As Coach Black's going to have to go for it, down by 21. I thought 28-14 was going to be tough to come back from. Then you get the onside kick that lands right in your arms.
Yeah, and it's just kind of a repeat of the last time these two teams met.
Black getting pressure, looking downfield, and it's going to be intercepted by Brody Marshall across the 15, out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
And they're going to call a flag.
And they're going to have unsportsmanlike conduct on that.
Again, it's the playoffs. These are high school kids. Oh, it's on them?
Yeah, I would think it'd be on them. They got chippy a little bit. Oh, they called it on the Blazers.
You know, and if you think about it, I think Brody got caught up in the moment. If you were thinking on 4th down, we should have batted that down.
Oh, yeah, that.
But when when you're a young kid wanting to take it to the, and all you see is green in front of you can't help but pick it off.
Yeah, and that's when the corners have to talk and saying, hey, we get a chance to intercept this, just bat it down. That's hard to do. There's a lot of times you're not going to think you're going to. Good Lord, the thing had to look like a blimp. It was so easy to catch. He had to knock it down, but I'm not gonna blame him on that. That's
what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, here we come with the. Got a personal foul, roughing the passer.
No.
Personal foul.
No.
Are you kidding me? Wow, roughing the passer?
He was on the move. That's not. What?
Yeah, he's unprotected. He's not in the pocket, and he hasn't been in the pocket all night. Wow. Well, that wipes out the INT on that one.
Wally said sorry dinner was late.
No, hey Wally, no worries there. Good Lord, can we have a better delivery person?
Right.
Come on, really, Wally? Never a problem. Huge thanks to Wally at Blazers for the pregame meal again. So they can't assess both of them, can they? 27-yard line.
Hey, Coach is making a valid point here.
Why are they making the 23?
They haven't called a hold on the offense all night long, but yet he's calling calls like this.
They called one, and that was when our guy got tackled. But they're marking it wrong. I'll tell you that right now. So 1st and 10 from the 18.
That was a 20-yard penalty.
Yeah, I've never heard of a 20-yard penalty before unless they had.
They were 2 10s.
Yeah, but roughing the passer was personal. Nice job by McKelvey, or check that. That was Mason. Nope, not Mason. I'm getting 31-37 mixed up. By Corbin Moore as he stepped up on the hit immediately as the ball was caught. Clock running at 2:55.
He's over the line.
Black looking for a pass. That's a
push off.
That could have been either way, and I like that no call.
Yeah.
That's just two guys in the same area at the same time. Clock stopped at 2:42, 3rd and 7. As Jordan is on the. James Allen says 20-yard penalty. Really? I'm not getting it because I don't know. But yeah, Jordan's watching the YouTube chat room, so if anything happens, let him know, and he will remove the suspects from the area and also report them to YouTube.
This crowd's getting into it.
3rd and 7. Black looking down the middle on the slant. Pass complete. A flag on the play. For the touchdown.
He might actually get him for offensive this time.
Well, we'll see what happens. 15 yards out.
They're calling it on Gardner. That back.
How can you call it when the defender's on the back in their space?
That judge on the far side is calling it pass interference on Gardner.
Oh.
So a 15-yard touchdown pass.
And these fans are not happy, and I can't blame them.
Wow, it's
even with the good lead.
Do they not foul it also?
I'm not sure.
You need to ask the side judge that. Ask him if he needs a Snickers.
The extra point is up and good. Makes it 35-21. Hey, real quick, Will, I know you're doing some adding, but what's the penalty situation for both teams?
Ridiculous.
Well, Gardner Edgerton didn't have any in the second quarter. They had 20 yards penalties first quarter, and they have 25 this quarter.
They get removed too? Are you removing them also?
What?
Okay. Well, I was talking to Jordan. This Max guy evidently has less of a life than a mole.
So
on a slow day.
Gardner Edgerton for the game is 45 yards penalties. Shawnee Mission's 20.
We got someone watching from Georgia.
That Ebony Davis idiot.
They're getting all hands up deck on front.
Yeah, I would expect an onside kick here from the Cougars, even though it hasn't worked for a whole game.
Delete them too. Remove them. 2:35 to go. Sorry, we're still trying to clean up the idiots on the chat page. That's just not going to happen. I'm not going to tolerate that. 35-21 is the score. And the kickoff is going to go to the end zone with 2:35 to go in the third. Blazers up 35-14.
21.
35-21, yeah. So we'll see. I believe we're going to see some ball control here, I would think. Our next broadcast coming away with the win here, if possible, will be next Friday, as we will have the winner between Blue Valley North and Shawnee Mission South. And we'll see if we get an update here in a little bit from scores. McKelvey around the outside, lowers his shoulder, another first down, driven out of bounds. Shawnee Mission North leading 35-7 over Shawnee Mission South. That's with 6:29 to go in the third.
Blue Valley North.
Yep.
Yeah.
The defending 6A state. Am I right?
What?
Uh-oh.
Aren't they
So evidently it's an idiot Max kid that goes to Shawnee Mission Northwest. Brett Sherman says found him on Facebook. Way to represent your school, kid. No, that's just a freaking schmuck idiot.
Well, that'll be a call to their school tomorrow.
Yeah, I will be calling their school. In fact, do me a favor, Brett Sherman, message me either through the broadcast or my name on Facebook. Send me, yeah, just hit it down, it'll go. Send me his name and I will be calling the school on Monday and talking to the AD and taking care of that. In fact, the AD is a great guy. We don't need that crap around here, and I'm sure he's going to have a few words for him.
Hey, back to football. Blue Valley North 35, Shawnee Mission South 7.
I think I heard that about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. You know what?
Give Duck some credit. He's trying.
He's trying, man. You know, I can give Duck any grief I want to. You know why?
Why?
Because I gave him Blazers. Or I arranged Blazers for him. Is that not incorrect?
And isn't Blue Valley North the defending state champs?
Yep, defending state champs. So yeah, need that Sherman, whoever the Sherman was. Yeah, did you get his name? 591 viewers right now. How absolute fantastic is that? Let's hit 6.
And to think we were happy about 328 last week.
Jennings just smashing away, turning around across the 45, close to midfield, down at the 47-yard line.
Hey, thanks to our followers who are Facebook stalkers. Thanks for helping us out.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I don't even. You got to push down here to activate it. Alvin Biter says, let's go. I don't even go to Gardner. Hello, boy. We'll recruit you in. There's always room on the bus, isn't there?
Blazer family is very large. And
yes. McKelvey keeping himself wide open up the middle.
Take it to that.
You are not going to catch him. He's at the 10, 5, touchdown Blazers. Kevin McKelvey, 47 yards out. Good night. And that was nothing but simple gap. Linebackers crashed down. He was already by them on the second level. Bent out to the right. The safety couldn't catch him.
McKelvey.
47 yards out for the score.
And that just might be the dagger.
I
don't know, but
that doesn't hurt.
No. That gives you a nice cushion going into the
back
final
to a
quarter.
21-point lead with the extra point. It is up And good. 30 seconds to go in the third. We're going to take a timeout and be back with a kickoff right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Planet Sub, where you can enjoy Coke products along with 2 50-foot-long Barely Pop for the big kids. Planet Sub, 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Don't forget on Wednesdays, senior citizens can get 10% off their purchase. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from American Computers.
The Design Company Salon. New owners and the same great service but with a new look. Go check them out, 136 East Main in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland back with you, the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Want to say a special hello to Tracy Allen. God, I love hearing from you. Make my day every time I get a chance. 30 seconds left. Blazers up 30-21.
Ryan.
Yes, sir?
Did you just see what happened on the sidelines?
I did not. I was busy looking down here.
Jake Stewart just went up and hugged Tevin McKelvey.
Who?
Jake Stewart.
Jake Stewart.
Went up and hugged Tevin McKelvey.
What am I missing, Jake Stewart?
Jake Stewart, the lineman.
Oh!
He went over there and hugged.
I'd hug him too!
No, I'm just saying, I mean, you don't...
Oh, yeah. This group has really come together hard. And I'll tell you what, these guys are flying. Yeah, when you got a lineman go, man, I love you.
And he didn't even buy him ice toners.
Laces out, Dan.
Oh, my, you guys are awesome.
Sorry, guys.
You had to do it, right? Why not?
Ian's too young to remember that.
I don't know what we're talking about.
A friend of mine, Josh Wimpy from Utah, just messaged me, says, what's up with all these comments? Dude, we have
Josh is in the house.
Yep, Josh Wimpy.
Good luck, brother.
Josh, we've got some loser kid, student, just has no life, and he's being reported. Oh,
very nice.
Devontae Pritchard with the stop at the 30-yard line. Yeah, all I got to say is, Max, your AD will be contacted tomorrow. Your principal will be contacted, dude. I don't stand for this stuff. That's just not going to happen. 42-21 at the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter in a minute on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. Give them a call for their $59 complete heating system inspection. Call Sean with Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, 638-1647.
American Computers. Never feel intimidated about going to a computer store. John and the boys are always happy to help you understand your computer better. And if something needs to be fixed, they will help you understand what's going on. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight.
Blazers Restaurant. After every Blazer football game, Blazers will be open till 11. So after a great game, stop in and get a great burger. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
These are some of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland back with you, the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Want to remind everyone this HD broadcast brought to you by Capes Whole Homes Heating and Cooling. Duck is a testament on just what kind of guy Sean Capes is. Give him a call. The weather's getting cold. You know it's going to happen. Give him a call. $59 checkup on your central air unit. I guarantee it's going to be a lot less than what you're going to pay if you wait and something happens.
Yeah, he's going to take care of your home like it's its own, guys. So give everybody Sean a call. It's getting cold.
Also, a huge thanks to McCarthy Auto Group for their postseason action sponsorship.
Oh my God, paper's flying.
Pass complete at the 38, and then just a blue, thunderous herd with the hits. Clock moving at 11:40. You know what, guys? It's amazing to hear from one person how it can totally change your mood. You know what?
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. Clock at 11:30. Blazers with a 42-21 lead. Black looking over to the side. We have 3-5-1 Oklahoma State, I think. I see a Wildcat on there. On a little curl pattern, pass complete. He's got a wide open area ahead of him, being chased by Johnson. Davian Johnson catches him at the 20.
What? Yeah, come on, you guys. That's going to be on us.
Did Gage goalie not be able to slow down?
No, we just got burnt.
Pass was complete to number
Yeah,
5.
we run down, we catch him, we take him down. Great.
After the first down.
Get up and move on. Don't stare him down, guys. It's pointless.
Well, all I saw was 2 kids go down, and I saw goalie stand up, so I thought maybe goalie couldn't stop or something, but that's going to add 15 yards. In fact, I believe that might be half the distance to the goal with it being at the 20.
Yeah, Coach has a valid point. It's both ways, and they haven't been called for it yet.
They haven't been called for a whole lot. Hey, I'm sorry, Will. You were saying the penalty situation was so far?
Well, up to that point, it was 45 yards on Blazers and 20 on Shawnee Mission.
How many?
Nelson is livid right now.
How many penalties?
GE 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 3.
And they've been big. Even Tevin McKelvey's trying to get Coach Cornelson back. Now you get Coach. You're gonna hurt.
Yeah, that was a half distance to the goal.
And I'll tell you what, Coach Cornelson's pretty laid back guy. He gets fired up like that, there's something going on. So half the distance to the goal, it's going to be 1st and 10, just a little bit longer than the 10-yard line.
And here's the defense lineup again.
Black back to pass, gets pressure, gets away from it. Looking down in the corner, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. Are you kidding?
Come on!
Now they're going to throw a flag as everyone was going out of bounds.
Well, so our linemen are hugging and tugging, and they drag us down to the ground. I'm going to be curious to see where they call this. If they call this on us, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, they probably will because we have the lead. That's how it usually works when you're beating a team up.
Ineligible.
Ineligible player downfield.
Well, when he threw it out of bounds, I don't know if someone was actually run down.
McKelvey, guys, we're over here. D, play smart. Let's go.
1st and 15.
All right, here we go. And Steve McAtee, I did get your picture, so I got that situated right. Clock at 10:41, 42-21's the score. 1st and 15, going for a corner route. Nice job by Johnson on the denial. He went head-to-head, simply knocked it down. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if it's just me, but if you go from the first part of the game, it's like when they're middle of the field, they can't get the spacing right. But when they start getting on the short side, it's like these guys really get their spacing right and allows them to play a little bit tighter, and they keep up with the receivers a little bit better.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. These back corner fades. They're
great read.
Little screen, Gage goalie on the comeback for the tackle. Make it 3rd and about 11, 12. Make it 12.
These little fades and fly patterns, the Blazers are reading perfectly, but the quick slants, they're not able to.
Well, and it's like that old adage: you're shortening the field, and you've got the same amount of people in the shorter area.
Yeah.
So, clock at 10:05. Black back to pass, looking in the corner. It's going to be complete for a touchdown. That was too easy.
They are holding a lot.
9:52 to go in the game on a 13-yard touchdown pass. Looking for the extra point. Are we still on this here? Go ahead and tell Tony how much time's left. He's watching on mute. You got him? Oh, okay. Got it.
Oh!
Man, I'll tell you what, Johnson.
Oh, he nicked it.
Johnson has been on them extra points left and right. 42-28 is the score.
Now we take the ball down and score, and it's almost the exact same score as last time.
Now just push down on it. You'll feel it in a minute. There you go. God, this guy doesn't. Yeah, remove him. See, make sure you put down abusive too. Everyone, I apologize on the YouTube chat page. Evidently, this guy, kid, idiot, moron, loser. I'll say it. Hey, I call it how it is. You sat there and you invade my chat page, and we're sitting there doing a high school broadcast. I will call it how it is. And the parents need to parent a little bit better,
right?
And raise a kid a little bit better to do crap like that. That's just being a loser. Anyway, 9:52, 42-28 is the score. Let's see. I'm thinking a nice, long, sustained ball control drive here.
Another 5 minutes.
5-6 minutes. That's about what I was thinking. Now pretty much hammer it in. Look at the lineup for the Blazers. And this one's going to go deep, and Cassidy's going to let that one go. So it's going to be a touchback. Oh, don't worry, Josh. I've already got his name. I got a picture. I already sent a picture of his Facebook page, and Northwest will be getting called.
I'll tell you what.
What, James?
Josh is a teddy bear, but he'll be the first guy to back you up.
James Allen says, say hi to Barb. Hey, Barb. How you doing, Barb? I don't know Barb, but hey, Barb. How you doing, Barb?
What's up, Barb?
Have a good weekend, Barb. McKelvey keeps it himself, gets a blocker. Look at that hole! Cuts it back inside, spin move. Gets back to the left, another spin move. Go down, son, go down, don't get hurt. There you go, down to the 41. If McKelvey kept it to the right, he didn't know the defender was to his left. If McKelvey goes to his right, now you got Court Nelson talking to the ref.
Well, that's because Shawnee Mission's getting chippy, and they refuse to pull their flag out of their pocket.
I think Court Nelson just told the players, do not let them get into your head.
That's, in a nutshell, yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He's saying don't let the refs and don't let Shawnee Mission Northwest get in your head.
And Cornelson's still talking to the sideline judge, too. Clock at 9:39.
Duck, offer him a Snickers, please.
You may have to, maybe more than a Snickers. I don't think it's working.
Offer him Planet Sub.
Hansberger around the corner. Stop, move.
Oh, that did.
And now we're throwing, guys. We're not even tackling. We're just trying to throw. Come on, guys. Let's play football. This is getting stupid.
It's not our fault you're getting your butts handed to you.
Hey, well, be smart, boys. Play smart.
Clock running at 9:30.
All for a long, sustained drive.
Some excess to my account, and I'm sorry for the inconvenience this idiot has caused. I am working on getting these accounts banned and getting. Well, Max, I'll tell you what, you need to work on it real quick. If you have that many accounts, then you really need to change your password to begin with.
How many times is it going to get hit on the ground?
9 minutes and counting. Blazers with the ball down to the 19-yard line.
Don't get kicked out. Please don't get kicked out.
No. They were kind enough to. I do have another referee card this week. So
do you have the faces?
No, not this week.
Not on this one?
No, this was.
Duck, don't be a Dravetta.
This looks very last. Yeah. Oh, Adam.
They jumped.
And Duck laughs.
Coach, got him.
Hey, they got the penalty. They got a penalty.
You know what? You having the mic live on the sideline is like gold right now.
Shawnee Mission
Now-
got a penalty called against them.
Get your Snickers. You good? Thirsty?
Maybe a Hershey's Kiss or something. Valentine's Day's
No,
coming
it's
up in a few
exciting over
months.
here. Well,
Clock running at 8:20. Hansberger up the middle, bangs to the left, bangs to the right, across the 10, down to the 9. Only have one account.
we're going to Planet Sub afterwards. I'll buy you a sandwich if you can wrap this up. Nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, my treat. Whatever you want.
Hey, yeah, he can go Planet Sub. Tell him it's on me.
I'm trying to keep him in. Yeah, please do. Keep fan in if you don't mind.
Oh, Duck.
Just tell him to, call a few more penalties on Northwest.
I can't do that. Hansberger up the middle, up to the 5. Clock running at 7:35. So if this is the case with this guy's account getting hacked, then I will take back my comments, but the comments stay with the person that's doing all the comments and hacking everything.
I don't believe it though, because I've heard a lot of my account got hacked lines before.
Well, we'll see. If it stops all of a sudden, then it makes it suspect.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get a new phone. Who dis?
Clock at 7 minutes. Blazers with the ball on the 6. McKelvey with an easy walk from 6 yards out.
No
and
flag.
Another touchdown.
Hey, keep their heads in it, kid.
I'm seeing number one.
So
5 touchdowns.
So you're saying he's the player of the game?
Tevin McKelvey with 5 touchdowns and a touchdown pass is the McCarthy Auto Group player of the game.
Yeah.
How does that, everyone agree? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
Get that kid a Snickers.
No.
Sorry, that was my inner city council.
Hey, no Blazers for you. 6:42 to go in the game. Blazers up 48.
No soup for you.
No soup for you.
49.
Take a timeout. We'll be back in a second on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. For the best in general dentistry, Humphreys Family Dentistry will give you the smile you've always wanted. Make your appointment by calling 856-2333. That's 856-2333.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
49-28 to score. Ryan Ragland with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. As you see on the screen, McCarthy Auto Group tournament postseason sponsor of the BBN. A huge thanks to Carl Kramer and everyone at McCarthy Auto Group for their sponsorship. HD broadcast. Capes, Whole Homes Heating and Cooling. Wally at Blazers with the pregame meal. That was fantastic. A fumble, big hit, holds onto the ball, down to the 19. I'll tell you what, he got rocked pretty hard to be able to hold on to that ball after just picking it up.
He got murdered.
He got trucked. As Jim Rome would say, for God's sakes, check. Let's say for his chiclets.
So going into this game, Tevin McKelvey had 17 rushing touchdowns.
He now has 22
Yep.
and a passing touchdown.
Would have him tied, would have him at 4th in the Metro.
Wow. That front line's done some good blocking for him. Black with a little screen pass, but he is going to be denied. A loss on the play. Davian Johnson with the tackle. Clock at 6:30.
None of that.
Hey, it's been a rough couple days. We got 2 Texas Longhorn, 3 something.
It's a hole.
Incomplete pass going for 3rd and 12. Wally said he saw 606 people. I see, I went down to 548, but still, that's unreal. You guys are absolutely awesome.
Get this. Hit Applebee's again.
Applebee's? No, we don't do that.
Oh,
Dude,
shit, my mic's still on. My bad.
Hey, the people at Planet Sub, we're coming your direction right after the game, so stick around. Black rolling out, back to pass, sideline route. I'll tell you what, Black has an actual nice arm when he's throwing it against his, he's right-handed and rolling out to his left. The last Blazer quarterback that was pretty good at that was Jared Hobby. He could roll out to his left right-handed, and he almost threw it better that way than rolling out to his right.
Oh, good luck. They're running the 3K State. This ain't going to work.
The 3K State?
Yeah.
There's a
but
2.
we got 2 Texas.
Yeah.
2 Texas and 5
that
LSU.
might work.
Hey, I'm giving anyone Alabama and 7. You want that?
You just said LSU.
Yeah, but I'm giving Alabama and 7. I'm picking LSU.
Oh, yeah, I'll pick LSU.
So 4th down and a timeout by Coach Black. So saying that the score is going to stay in the favor of the Blazers on next broadcast will be next week. And where will it be?
Right here?
It'll be right here. And if scores stay the same,
you get to take on Graham Mertz
and the defending state champs, Blue Valley North.
The Mustangs.
And 49-14 is the score in the 4th. So it looks like Graham Mertz and company will be coming to Gardner Edgerton. And I'll tell you what, that's going to be the toughest game to date. If you're talking about a high-quality quarterback.
With Wisconsin
already
commit.
And he has had chances to pull back his commit to Wisconsin, and he has decided not to because he's gotten some pretty huge offers from some other schools. So if you think we only had 600, wait till you find out how many we're going to have on this one, because I'm going to let Blue Valley North know we're going to have the broadcast.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Spectrum Sports comes out for that game too.
8-10 varsity. 8-10 will probably come out.
Come on, there it is.
Move. Black looking downfield, it's wobbly. Johnson almost with the interception right in his hand, but we have a flag on the play.
Decline it.
Oh, I decline it too. Well, they're going to. It's going to be 1st down. Turnover on downs by the Blazers with 5:50 to go in the game. That will solidify the win for the Blazers with a 21-point lead.
I've seen some crazy stuff, but
well, we have. I'm not going to deny that none.
You weren't around for the McLeod hook and ladder in a row to pull within 1.
Hog Junkin says, who are broadcasters? Take some credit. Thank you. I take it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I do what I can.
We try to have fun, don't we?
Yeah. Last week we had a lot of fun.
This week we've had some fun. We've called out idiots. And it wasn't even the guy we thought was the idiot.
Yeah, supposedly.
Hunsberger up the middle. Just going to keep the clock tick, 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 tick.
I'm still not believing his story.
Well,
that's just me.
Well, like I said, you haven't seen things since, have you, Jordan? I will think about it. We'll put it that way.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Do you want your piece of cake?
My
Whoa.
My piece
Whoa.
My piece of cake.
Whoa.
What?
My piece of cake for what?
What did I say before the game started?
I forgot. Rodriguez with the Carry on the outside gets out of bounds at the 5. What piece of cake?
Okay, well, wait a minute. I'm confused. Do we have cake?
No. I'm missing.
Oh, well then I'm good. I thought we had
You
cake.
just killed my vibe.
I'm trying to remember.
Will just said cake, and I'm a fat
You just killed my buzz right there.
Man, I wanted cake.
Okay.
Go tell the ref that you want a cake.
What kind of cake were you wanting?
Well, I just figured since we had Blazers, and if we have cake too, that means it came from Dawn, and I don't really care what kind
Oh,
it is.
well, yeah. Either that or cookies.
Oh, cookies.
What were you bashing me for saying that I said that it would be a cakewalk?
Oh.
I'm not gonna say this was a cakewalk, dude.
Well,
there was, but it was, yeah.
Well, we did have to play against some extra guys tonight.
I mean, if we took away what our stupidity.
Oh.
Hunsberger's down, and I think he might be. I thought he might have got twisted a little bit.
They called a fumble.
You can't call a fumble. He was down. He was sliding.
This is what happens when you're down 21.
He must have, because he's not complaining about it. That's when you get, I think it sounds like Coach Cornelson's kind of telling us, hey, you get to that point, just go down, son. Protect the ball. We got the clock.
Well, that was pretty close, and I don't care that you fumbled the ball. I want to make sure you're okay.
Jeff Kryling says weather for next Friday's game is only supposed to be in the 40s.
Yeah.
I got my coat on, son. I'm gonna have my coat on next week too.
I will be wearing a heavy sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I need to buy a Blazer sweatshirt.
Yeah.
They got some nice hoodies.
Yeah.
They do. So 4:30 on the clock. Black back to pass, complete. A lot of sideways running, gets around the corner, out of bounds at the 20. Stops the clock at 4:18.
I got to save my money for that playoff game, though.
Yes. Playoffs. Hey, John Bass says hi.
JB. You know, I saw him last week, and I was trying to get him to come up here, and he didn't. He's on my list. JB's looking good, though. Looking downfield, a lot of pressure, and brought down for the sack. Again is Atticus Ramsey. And it's been all night. If Black has to hold the ball and look downfield, that front line has not been able to handle that D-line at all.
Same story as last week.
No, last week that was just Robinson, go.
Yeah.
That's what that was. Let's see. He conducted packed gaming. Says you guys announce yourselves. You took the credit, but never introduced yourself. Great jobs tonight. Well, Duck's on the sideline. Ian with the camera. Say hi, Ian.
Hi.
That's Ian. Jordan's with the graphics. He doesn't have a mic on. Will, he's down there doing the stats. Will, say hi.
Hi.
I'm Ryan Ragland. Thank you for the comment on the great job. We just try to have fun.
And Jeff, I'm taking Georgia after what happened to Mizzou last week. I'm never rooting for Kentucky in anything ever again.
Kentucky won that, didn't they?
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
No, I couldn't remember. I was trying. Oh, that was the pass interference.
That wasn't a pass interference on the defense, though.
No, I think they called a pass interference there.
Yeah,
so.
they did, but
okay.
They called it on the defense when it wasn't. He pushed off.
No, I think look in the book. It was listed as a pass interference. Nice job by Robinson getting his hands up, knocking the pass down. As the great, rest in peace, Uncle Willie. As Uncle Willie said, what does it say in the book? Pass interference on defense. That's what it was, Willie. I'm trying to pass on your knowledge.
They also missed a push-off.
I'm confused. Are they not holding at all? Are they not holding at all? Okay, I thought maybe I missed something. I'm just trying to educate myself.
We don't even need to commentate. Okay. We'll just
we just need a ref mic.
My cues.
Okay.
Hey, ask him next time he's here if he just wants a microphone. We can put him on the broadcast.
Okay, I was just asking. I'm not saying you're not doing. I mean, you're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Hey, Doug.
Yeah.
Ask him if he wants a microphone next time. We can just mic him up.
That's what we need to do. We need to mic up the refs.
That'd be entertaining. And that, my son, is what we call the victory formation.
With 3 minutes.
With 3 minutes to go. I don't think I was looking. I'm like, 3 minutes to go.
If they call a timeout, I'm gonna.
No, they're not. They're just gonna let the clock run down. They're not gonna do anything with it. That's a class act by Coach Cornelison. Oh, by the way, who was it that could have ran the ball in? Was it Sunday night?
It was Gurley.
Yeah, and he stopped. I'm like, how many people are upset on not getting Gurley on the points for the fantasy?
There was a video of Matthew Berry with a not safe for work version of him going off on fantasy owners because Gurley took a knee.
I saw that. That was good.
Oh, yeah, I saw. Okay.
That guy goes nuts.
He's like, what are you guys thinking?
So our next broadcast officially will be next week as Graham Mertz and the Blue Valley North Mustangs come to Blazer Nation as they are leading 56-14. Bishop Miege 49-20. Baser Linwood leading Fort Scott 31-14.
Of course you're going to be at Oklahoma.
44-14 Lawrence Free State over Campus. Shawnee Mission East 23-20 over Olathe East. So that is actually 7 minutes left. Or check that. That is a final. So Olathe East put a tight game on Shawnee Mission East. Olathe North leading Olathe South 50-13. Wow. Let's see, I believe, and I apologize, Connor wanted a Olathe West score, and I forgot to get that to him. That is 49-15. Olathe West comes back large over Schlegel. Wow. Congrats to the Owls, man. First year, and you get as many wins in the postseason as you did in the regular season. I think they, for God's sakes, I think they call that peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Duck.
Love these guys.
We still do it better.
Get down there, Duck. Get down there. You got to get them going.
Oh, they're doing a great job on their own.
And they're not even going to start the 25-second clock until after the game clock gets there, as Coach Cornelison and Coach Black meet at half court. Duck, we want to get with Tevin McKelvey. After they get done with the meeting, we're going to take a quick timeout. 49-28 is your final. We'll take a timeout, be back with the McCarthy Auto Group postgame show in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Blazers fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. No need to drive all over the place for the best tools. Ace is the place and the new home for Craftsman tools. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
Blazers Restaurant. Don and Wally have been proud supporters of Blazer Athletics for 15 years, so it only makes sense they own Blazers. Stop in and tell them thanks for their support. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Planet Sub. Sign up for their P-Sub Club, where you can get updates on debuting menu items, specials, exclusive coupons, and a free sub on your birthday. Planet Sub, 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
When you're Kansas City born and raised, you know just how much meat matters. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers. They're hard at work every day in every store, so you never have to settle for something prepackaged out of state. They're so sure you'll love their KC Pride beef, they even back it with a 200% guarantee. Stop by Price Chopper tonight, where they cut meat, never corners. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Postseason action brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group. HD broadcast brought to you by Capes Whole Homes Heating and Cooling with tech support by American Computers and all the other fine sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network as the Blazers move to 10-0 for the first time in 8 years with a 49-28 win over Shawnee Mission Northwest. McCarthy Auto Group player of the game. Pretty easy. Tevin McKelvey with, I lost count, 5 touchdown runs, a touchdown pass on the night as the Blazers down there with their post-game ritual, with their chant. And now they're going to head over and get with the alma mater with the student section. And Will, I do believe you're down there, and you have the final stats of the game?
Not yet.
Not yet. You got.
Hey Ryan.
Yes, sir.
We're having a presentation of the regional champ plaque, so make sure we get this on.
Yeah, we'll get and leave your mic on real quick.
Please congratulate your 10-0 regional.
That's a beautiful sight right there. Congratulations. Remember, this is a team that was 0-9 last year. They have fought hard, and now they are 10-0 regional champs. And they're going to have their toughest test next week when Blue Valley North comes into town, and they have one of the state's top quarterbacks in the area, in Graham Mertz.
Watches can't hear.
Ran for 6 touchdowns, one accounting for all 7 of those touchdowns tonight for Gardner Edgerton. Give Tevin a round of applause, his offensive linemen, his teammates. What a job, boys.
And we're getting the big, everyone's getting ready for the big professional picture.
Here at home, facing Blue Valley North, sectional championship.
She's got to get back a little bit further, Everyone keeps walking in. And we'll get with Tevin McKelvey as now they're going to run over with the student section and get the alma mater. Duck's going to try to get with Tevin McKelvey right after that. Duck, if you want to, go ahead and give Tevin the headset and I'll yak with him real quick. Counted for all 7 touchdowns, 6 of them rushing, has 23 touchdown rushes on the year. Passing-wise, I'd have to look. Tevin McKelvey has 5 touchdown passes. So, yeah, as they say, I think it's a good time to be a Blazer there, Ian. I don't think there's any complaints anywhere.
No, there's not. I mean, it's a great win over a team that you played earlier in the year. Got a night, basically same score as last time.
And you got your hair color blue for a good reason, so what the hey?
Exactly. But now comes the true test. You're playing, like you said, you're playing against not only one of the state's top quarterbacks. If he's getting recruited by Wisconsin to Power 5, he's in the nation.
Yeah, he's in the nation, and not only that, you're playing the defending Class 6A state champs that didn't have the best regular season last year, and they still came back for the win. Now, granted, a lot of the games they lost were when Graham Mertz was out, which proves that how valuable he is.
Yeah, and they also have one of the top receivers in the state.
Yeah, they will have that too.
Next week, I'm telling you, every big name metro station.
Kelvin!
Well, I'll be out here, and I'll tell you something else. I'll
be here.
I'll be surprised if we don't get 1,000 hits on
Kelvin.
that.
Oh, I wouldn't be either.
As
get you on?
Duck's down there getting there with Tevin McKelvey. Telvin, my son, 6 rushing touchdowns, a passing touchdown. You're just getting freshened up, aren't you?
No, I'm very excited.
Man, a great game. You guys knew what was coming up with Black and Olathe Northwest. They kind of threw you some curveballs a little bit. They ran them slants pretty well. But every time you guys they started getting the field shortened up a little bit. You guys just kind of tightened up a little bit, started that little bump and run, a little bit tighter coverage, and had that huge stance down here on that 4th and goal from the 2.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about what your difference is now that you're playing corner a little bit. Talk a little bit about what you're seeing differently playing that position.
I mean, it's just it's more tiring, but at the end of the day, I just believe in my teammates and ask them for the most help they could give me, and they do it every time, and I love them for it.
Talk a little bit about, I made the comment earlier, through the year, and I've seen you guys practice at the beginning of the season. You guys were pretty loose and maybe sometimes a little bit too loose. Now, as the season went, you guys are really able to see what this team could really accomplish, and you guys have really kind of squared everything up, and it's almost becoming business-like. You guys have really, really bonded tightly in the last few games.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Coach has told us that since the beginning. He told us at the very first day during the summer when we had our little combine. He told us we could be a great team. We just got to listen and trust him, and we did. And I love him for it. We all trust him. We believed in him, and he helped us out. So
a few weeks ago, Coach Cornelison told me, he says, this team can be better. Can this team still get better?
Oh, absolutely. We can always get better. I mean, practice makes perfect, but if we're being honest here, no one can be perfect. So we keep practicing hard, and we get better and better.
I'll tell you what, you guys have probably the toughest game coming up on next Friday, but I'll tell you what is advice. Enjoy this one as much as you can. Wake up tomorrow, it's back to business, son.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Tevin McKelvey, McCarthy Auto Group Player of the Game with 6 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown.
Ryan?
Yes, sir.
You ready?
I'm ready. Give them to me, son.
63 rushes for 463 yards.
Wow.
1 of 1 passing for 33 for 496 total.
496.
That's crazy.
22 first downs, 65 yards and penalties, and 30 minutes, 19 seconds for time of possession.
Wow.
You ready for this one?
Yep.
Shawnee Mission Northwest, 9 rushes for 30 yards. 24 of 38 for passing for 353.
About exactly what he threw last
so
time.
A total of 383 total yards, 10 first downs, 30 yards and penalties, and 17:41 time of possession.
So they had how many yards in the first half?
200 something.
In the first half, they had 275.
So they had how many in the second half?
100. It was 108.
And that's what happens when you take ball control and you don't touch the ball in the third quarter till about 5 minutes left. 3 minutes left?
They had like 3 minutes left.
Yeah, but Blazers had allowed no rushing yards the whole second half.
Yeah, because they basically figured out they weren't going to be able to run the ball that well, and they bailed out on it.
Yeah.
And they had, so how many were the total pass, how many attempts for?
It was 24 of 38.
Wow. The last time, and if you take that in ratio, since they didn't touch the ball mostly through the third quarter, if everyone remembers, I think Kansas City against San Diego one year had maybe 4, 5, or 6 rushes. The rest were passing. I think Alex Smith was like 35 for 58, 59 or something like that. They just basically bailed on the run. Not saying that was the case here, but that puts a lot of pressure on Ty Black. That, so then
he doesn't have a backup plan.
He doesn't. Well, they weren't. If they had one, they weren't utilizing it. The front line was having a hard time just handling the front three, and then when the Blazers would send the blitz, Black was basically running for his life. And unless he had a 2-step drop and it was a quick slant, he's getting blue shirts in his face.
Yeah, and that's.
But the big turning point for the game, I would take it right at the end of the second quarter when the Blazers went 98 yards for that touchdown to go ahead 21-14.
That was huge, going up 28-14.
Coming up second half.
And then getting the onside
kick. I'm telling you what, that onside kick could not have landed in Ethan Reynolds' hands any prettier than it did. That thing was just like, oh, here it is. I've got the ball.
Yes.
But like you said with Tevin, it's enjoy this for tonight. Tomorrow, it's Blue Valley North.
Yeah, you've got a big game, and it's time to get into business. So, Will, fantastic job again, as always. Dustin Duckmar down the sideline, another awesome job on the sidelines, keeping us entertained. Will and Jordan, nice job on the camera and the graphics on the computer. A huge thanks to everyone, and I mean literally everyone, joining us on the Blazer Broadcast Network. And
Besides Max.
We'll see. I got 600 viewers at one time during the game. That is absolutely fantastic. So a huge thanks to everyone joining us on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Yeah, we're back again next week, right back here, Gardner Edgerton High School, Blue Valley North, and the Blazers. It's going to be for the
sectional.
District or sectional? Sectional. I can never keep them straight. Regional, sectionals. Yeah, because then it's sub-state, and then anyway. Yeah. So sectional championship. I have a feeling this may, let's see, if I go through the bracket correctly, I do believe, as I look at it, it should be Shawnee Mission East and Olathe North that I was thinking it would be. It's going to be us and Blue Valley North. And then on the other side, it's going to be Derby and Topeka, Lawrence Free State, and Manhattan. So there was 116. Now there's 4. And the road still goes through Gardner Edgerton.
Yep.
The way we like it.
Like we were talking about before the game today, the key next week, this is the key.
Yeah.
You keep Graham Mertz off the field for as long as possible.
Oh, my.
You do what you did in that third quarter.
That's an understatement. Now the other thing is, how many onside kicks are you going to want to do? Because you give Graham Mertz a short field.
He takes that in 2 plays.
Exactly. He has that ability. So now your whole thinking, your whole strategy, not only I'll tell you what, the coaches are going to work overtime. They know what's coming up. They know how good this guy is. It's going to be a great game. So everyone, enjoy the Blazer win. Enjoy the weekend. We're headed to Planet Sub. Everyone head over there with us. Everyone on the cruise headed over there. So thanks for joining us. A 49-28 win for Duck, Ian, Jordan, Will. I'm Ryan. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next Friday as the Blazers host the Mustangs of Blue Valley North on the sectional championship of Class 6A only on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Good night, everybody.